Bluesky supports the auto-save feature. Okay. Alright, who's ready for bad voice acting? Because I am not good. I gotta... You know what I'm gonna do? I'm going to take notes of who has what kind of voice. No, I'm not clicking that. I don't care. I'm the average American. I don't care what I'm agreeing to. At least at this point in time. For everything... For quite a lot of things, though. I go full, Bilbo Baggins when it comes to reading terms and conditions. Which is why I no longer use Twitter, and it's only got like a redirect to Bluesky on there. Apologies for that, by the way. Although, I mean, I hate it because of the amount of bots that are on there, and then Twitter's pretty much just dead internet theory, but real. But I might actually end up, like, putting posts on there. Like, I'm not gonna, like, scroll it. I'm not gonna put it back on my, phone or anything like that, but I might just... Because everyone still uses that, like they're a bunch of addicts. But I might still just like post marketing stuff on there. Like not interact with anyone, but just put posts on there. And like once I get to that point, probably this summer, like within the next like month or so, with like the new model and all, I do that whole, I don't know, X amount of likes and retweets, I'll reveal more of the model, blah 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 thing. One of those, yeah. And then, oh, I was gonna say, I need to take notes on who has what kind of voice. Oh, sorry. I don't know what happened. Like, almost as soon as I got back from work, like, I was up for maybe like an hour and a half and I just passed out. I was so tired yesterday and I woke up like so late. But yeah, who's ready to play some video games with some crunchy joystick controllers? Because I haven't touched them in ages. Options. Screen shaking, screen flashes off. Those are going off. Oh my goodness. Vibration on, text skip. Enable the speed to run. Already out. Oh, I like that actually. Wait time. Autoplay and story mode. Let's put it at 2 seconds. Use right stick to hide the menus, controls, and guide location. Backlight notifications. I don't know what that means yet, so I'll figure that out. Audio. I like this music. Wait, hold on. Art style. Oh my goodness, I like it. It sounds like the gavel! Oh my goodness, yeah, you have no idea how much I've missed Ace Attorney. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. The difference between that, this is like looking at Chain of Memories! English reader mode. There's a dialogue when enabled. This is the game when enabled. Answering reader mode, story mode. Enabled. Oh, no. Automatic. Must the in-game person moves during slow mode? No, I'm just gonna put on slow, because I don't trust myself. I don't know how this thing works. I'm stressed. Gallery? Spoilers? No! I'm not looking at that then. Well, thank you for the blasting of the notifications. I thought gallery would unlock as I do more stuff, but... The first one. Let's go. Start from episode 1. Turnabout visitor. Ooh! Yes, I'm so excited. I love Ace Attorney. I'm gonna take notes. Everything old is new. Awarded! Hey, there's little trophy thingies in this game. That's cute. Oh my goodness, I missed this so much. To make sure that the offender is found guilty, what other choice do I have? That's the job of a prosecutor, after all. Hey, look, there's a steel samurai. That may be true, but why? Why go this far? Is that Von Karma? Sorry, maybe I wasn't working hard enough, but our verdict is all that matters to me. No matter what the cost. I like how they keep revealing who the I'm a party among prosecutors. Always have been, always will be. Gasp. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh my goodness, that was so fast. Um. Ooh! It's hard to believe that I've been away from my office for a whole month! What have you been doing? I hope Detective Gumshoe's been keeping an eye on my office and keeping it clean of blood stains. Oh my goodness, that's his office. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, I just realized that the suit that he has framed was his first suit as a prosecutor. He put it in a frame! Why? That's so weird. Whatever. The door is unlocked. Detective Gumshoe? What's this smell? Very familiar. Blood? What? What? What's the meaning of this? Don't touch the body. Freeze! Identify yourself. Got some nerve committing murder in a prosecutor's office. Run! No, the frame! Is that a threat? Let me make one thing very clear. What? No one gets away with committing murder in my office. No one. My name is Miles Edwards, and I work as a prosecutor in my local district. Little did I know that upon my return home after a month abroad, I would be thrusted into a multitude of cases and some very frantic and busy days. It's too fast. Can I... Okay, there we go. Automatic... Including answer... I'm gonna put a max time. I don't know what that means. Can I put it very slow? Room 1202. Dot dot dot. Oh my goodness, seeing the forensic guy in the background makes me remember Kagami from AI Insomnia Files. What was your name again? Kagami! What was your name? Kagami, sir! What's your name? Kagami! Photographing the victim's body, sir! Very well. Please continue your investigation. Yes, sir! He's got the shield. Dot dot dot. Oh, that's right. He won it a couple of times already. I forgot. He keeps winning it. Ah! Mr. Oswald, are you alright, sir? Keep it down, detective. This is a crime scene. When I heard that a murder had taken place in your office, I ran up here straight away. This Dick Gumshoe, he's a detective with the local precinct. And the one they assigned to handle this murder case for the time being. You're looking a little bit sore. Are you hurt? No, I'm perfectly fine. However... Ah! Look what they did to your office! It's totally trashed! I'll say, the culprit sullied my floor with dirt rather well. No one gets away with tracking mud into my office. Gumshoe. Whoa, sounds like you're getting really burned up over this whole thing! This crime was committed in my office, so it is my responsibility to solve it. Oh, that's just like you, Mr. Edgeworth. Okay, time to use some investigating! Agreed. Our first course of action is to gather relevant facts and leads. We must not overlook anything, no matter how small, if we are to find the truth. So I'll keep leads or information we find edged in the forefront of my mind. Not even gonna take notes, just gonna keep them in your brain. Speaking of things that pique my curiosity, why of all places did the murder occur in my office? Really coinky-dink that the murder took place in my office. Ooh, that's so cool! And a nice little animation. I get the nagging feeling that this is something important to keep in mind. No, it was T-Set! Yeah, I was wondering that myself, sir! I mean, you can't really say it's a coincidence, can you? No, not really, especially because of this. The key to your office! For security reasons, this office door has a lock built into it. What do you mean, sir? If you think about it carefully and use logic, it should become clear to you. Logic? What's that? I find the connection between two pieces of information. And connecting them, new information is born. I did that quite a lot in Genshin when we were going through the Sumeru arc. It wasn't too fun. I'm just kidding. It was the best part about Sumeru. That is the end result of using logic. So how do you use it? First, I recall the information we gathered with the button, and then I connect them together with the other button. Now to use the thing and recall the facts. Okay. Doing things my way. Oh, wait. For security reasons, all prosecutors' doors are outfitted with locks. Which means it would have been hard for the murderer and the victim to get in here. Ergo, it's impossible to dismiss the location of a crime. It's impossible to dismiss the location of this crime as a mere coincidence. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking, sir! There must be a reason why someone infiltrated my room. What was the killer after? Really on the ball today, Mr. Edgeworth! That's some beautiful logic, sir! Yes, well, when you follow leads to the conclusion, only the truth remains. However, the information doesn't line up properly and moves far from the truth as well. Think carefully before piecing leads together. Logic should flow. Well, let's get started with our investigation, shall we? Yeah! Ooh! This investigation to examine everything! I know that. And we want to examine something. I simply use "ah" when I'm next to it. Oh, if you ever feel lost and just want to talk, just use "ah." Okay. I'll give you great, precise advice as an investigation investigator, sir. Something to try later if I have free time, I suppose. Alright, give me 1 second. Sorry, I needed to blast the volume. It was a bit too quiet looking. Okay, let's go. Stop on me. Ouch! They even knocked over your chess set! I had it all set up for when you got back. I figured we could play a few games. I had no idea you were interested in chess. Okay, now it's too loud. Hold on, this is bothering me. Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay. I'm pretty good at checkers, so I thought I'd give the chess a try. In that case, I suppose I could set aside some time after we solve this case. Oh, how nice! Though I don't expect the game to attack my mental acuity much. Let's investigate the body later. My tea set! Ah, watch out for the teacup fragments there, sir! No! Oh, that killer is going to pay! This tea set was expensive! I got it from Europe! Yeah, you're real mad over this. This tea set is very dear to my heart and can only be bought in England. Oh my goodness, I was making it up. I was right. Oh my goodness. Okay. It costs more than your whole month's paycheck. What? Now I feel like the kill has wasted one of my monthly paychecks! Oh, it's your trophy, the Knight of Prosecutors, right? King of Prosecutors. And it's not a trophy, it's a shield. They only sent this to the winning prosecutor, right? Yes, but I have no real interest in the perceived worth of other people. As for my own worth, that is something only I can determine for myself. That's so slick, sir! I'm gonna have to try saying that sometime! Unfortunately for him, his monetary worth is tied directly to his worth to me. Well, it's a good thing my steel samurai doll was spared any harm. You know, I feel like even if I did get my dream retirement job, I would still put all of my anime figures up in my office, along with all of my other textbooks. Actually, you know, now that I think about it, I don't know what I would teach, because, like, oh my goodness, that's one bad thing about getting so many degrees. I have so many options. Technically, I have like 4 options, but I'm only going to do like 2 of the options because only 2 of them are interesting, and that's teaching classical studies or teaching fine arts. But either way, I would in fact have my anime figures and classical studies textbooks on the bookshelves in there. Speaking of which, I have... Wait, no. Speaking of which, I still haven't actually sat down to watch any of that show. What's it about again? Well, I don't know much about it myself, but... Liar. The hero of the Steel Samurai Warrior of Neo Tokyo is the Steel Samurai. And its goal is to defeat the evil magistrate. It's a show geared towards kids. However, it has high production value, a riveting plot draws in a number of adults as well. It's like Pink Princess, Warrior of Little Tokyo, and Nickel Samurai. Those haven't come out yet! Unless this takes place after, no, I think this takes place before Phoenix became, you know, an attorney, which means that the timelines, they are mixed up. Along with the vintage of merchandise and even a new stage show gives it presence. You sure know a lot. Are you sure you're not some sort of rabid fanboy? Of course not. Anyone that keeps up with society knows at least this much. And that conversation lasted longer than expected. Let us return to the investigation. Just get another batch of fresh flowers. They're from Phoenix. The one that come with the card attached every month like clockwork for you? Yep. Speaking of that, let's see what's on the card this month, sir. I will be resolved. Wendy. Not old bag. Oh my goodness. Oh boy. How painful are thy thorns. Wendy, isn't that the name of that old lady with the whiny voice that stopped? That's enough, detective. You need not remind me further. Or maybe it takes place after the first game. I don't know. Alright, how are you doing, Kagami? How's it coming along? Please, I need absolute science. Fingerprint lifting is a delicate art. Well, I never. I hope we can solve this case quickly. I'd like to return to relaxing on this sofa. This one right here, points. That thing looks a billion times softer than my mattress at home. Can I sit in it too? Just for a little while, sir? Detective Gumshoe, you know I can't allow that. Until this case is solved, neither of us has time to spare, let alone rest. You're right, sir! I'm gonna work hard to be a real trooper to the end! Even once this case is over, I don't think he can afford to take any time off. Oof. Oof! Do you have anything to report? Sir, yes, sir! No, right now, sir! It was something out of the ordinary right in front of my eyes! Talk about a contradiction! Something out of the ordinary, huh? Leaving the gun? Should look a bit more. What have we here? Could perhaps be the murder weapon? If so, it would mean that the killer made their escape after disclosing the gun here. I think I've seen one of these before. Care to enlighten me as to where? Oh, I know! I was issued the exact same model! I think. Where's yours then? Did you forget it? Did you lose it? Detective. I don't really like guns all that much. I mean, they're really dangerous. But now that I think about it, you do see this model on the precinct a lot, sir. I don't use mine much except in emergencies, so that's why I didn't recognize it. Okay. So it's the same type of revolver as the ones used by this precinct's detectives. I finished photographing the body, so it should be alright to examine this area. I'm not resting for every suspicious looking nook and cranny. I'll look that in a bit. It's been a while since I've sat at this desk. Oh, how I've missed you. It's so tiny it looks newer than when I first bought it. Oh yeah, that thing's so polished it makes mirrors jealous. Don't tell me you had no other work the entire time I was away, detective. My job is to protect your office, sir! And you failed at that. You did such a good job protecting it that that a murder occurred in it. That's harsh, sir. I have to admit the desk never looked better, so I guess I can't dock his pay. So mean. Okay, so the body's the last thing. There's blood all over his lower abdominal area. Me going all 11037, turning my head upside down to look at that. Here, I'll move my head over a little. Yeah. The blood writing. In other words, he was shot. Yeah, but until the autopsy's done, I don't think we'll know much more than that. Please have the body sent to the morgue once they're done processing the crime scene. Are you going to be okay with keeping track of the evidence we find? Of course, this is the safest way I know how to keep track of it all. Alright, if you say so! I keep all evidence I find either in or within my organizer. I want to re-examine a piece I have, press the R button. Right for organizing, and left for logic. But organizing is only for evidence. I keep people's profiles on hand too. It's probably a good idea to make a habit of checking the facts often. Anyways. G. U. M. Missing booklet. That's probably somewhere in this pile over here. Oh, okay. What's in your wallet? What do we have here? Hey, I think I've seen one of these before. It's a police badge. Oh, it's upside down. Oh, hey, I have the exact same thing, actually. What a coinky-dink. Ah, you can't say that! Let's take a look inside. Buddy Faith. It would appear that our victim was a detective, just like you. Oof! I seem to have gathered a few pieces of pertinent information. Now, calmly use some logic and figure out if any of them are connected to each other. I will in a second, okay? The files all over the floor, sir! It probably fell during the struggle between the victim and its killer. Oh, and I tried so hard to keep this place spotless while you were away. I mean, this just rendered all the time I ever put it in pointless. I don't recall ever asking you to clean my room. Well, I water the flowers every day, just like you requested, sir. I just added cleaning to the list as a weekend special. For about half a day every Saturday, come and clean this place till it's sparkled. Does he have a life? No. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna have to, like, stick some WD-40 in this thing or something, because it is. I don't believe it! I packed those files on themselves so tight that not even an earthquake can make them fall off, so just look at them! At this rate, the rest of the files won't be able to withstand an earthquake at all! Problem to be sure. Well, once the investigation is over, we'll put them back up on the shelf. Nothing on his head. What about your hand? Nothing. Okay. Logic time. Revolver. Revolver. Standard model used by detectives. Could have been longer. Recently departed. Detective Gumshoe, could you please thoroughly check the victim's body one more time? Yes, sir! Oh, no, sir! Excuse me, pal. Let's see. What do we got here? This guy's wearing a gun holster! So it appears our killer somehow managed to take the victim's gun from him. Let's see what else we can find out about this revolver. I always say you gotta look real carefully at each piece of evidence. Use R to rotate objects to no such thing as a bad angle. Use R to zoom in and get out of the nitty gritty. Okay. I think that it's so easy to take a life with just the pull of a trigger. You know, I can't ever see myself really liking guns. Oh, but I love the ones they use at track and field meets to start races. Yeah! If you take off before it's fired, everybody always ends up following your lead. Chase you down for false start, detective. Now that you mention it, even when I finish first, I always end up in last place. Are all the bullets in there? Oh, there's one missing. Looks like only one round was fired from this. Wow, so the killer killed the victim with just one shot after wrestling the gun from him? Sounds like the guy knew how to handle a gun, huh, Mr. Edgeworth? You have no proof for now, but that is a distinct possibility. This is about all we're gonna find out. Oh. We should send the body to Jim! Why, oh why, how could this have happened to a guy like you? Are you alright? Don't touch me! Leave me alone! Gets his fingerprints all over the body. Just let me be! Sorry, I can't do that. The investigation is still ongoing, so please refrain from touching the body. The body? The body! Don't talk about him like he's just some lump of flesh! Look at him! Jim looks like he turned in for the night. Just looks like he sure, just in a bloodstained suit, pal. Where are my manners? Aren't you that prosecutor? Why, yes, I am. I'm Jacques Portsman, prosecutor. Jim here is my partner in crime busting. I'm Miles Edwards, and like you, I'm also a prosecutor. Detective Dick Gumshoe, sir! You're Miles Edwards. I guess this is your office. Yes, that's correct. Then it was you! You're the one who killed him! You killed Jim! Alright, don't go around jumping to conclusions, pal. Just calm down, okay? I won't doubt. I know how things work around here. Prosecutors' office doors all have locks built into them. And only the owner of the office has the key to their own office door. That is correct. However, I was not the one who killed your partner, because I was out of the country. Yeah, Mr. Edwards just been overseas on a business trip this whole time, pal. And the key to the door was with me the entire time, okay? So the only one who can get in here is me. Ho ho ho! That's not Gumshoe. Your name's written in blood. Half of it's written in blood. Wait, that means... I'm not sure what that means. So it was you then! You're Jim's killer! No way, pal. You got it all wrong. Everyone calm down. Mr. Portsman, correct? If you're a real prosecutor, you should know to stay collected. The investigation has only just begun. It isn't too early to be drawing conclusions? Alright, I get the point. You're right, my mistake. I tend to get a little too hot-headed sometimes. You're sure one cool customer, though, Mr. Edgeworth. I've heard all the rumors about you. You're the great genius prosecutor. You're something of a legend, you know. Anyway, let's call a truce and work together, okay? Now, how about a handshake to seal it? No. A pleasure to work with you. Sorry, bro. You didn't like that. Carry on then. Your room after all. Thank you. I intend to. I just want a little more time to say goodbye to Jim. You there, sir! Oh, you captured a scene on film for me. My final farewell to my partner, Jim. You have plastic gloves on, which means you have fingerprints on your gloves now. I should probably give them some space. The absolute sign of the picture is too important to mess up. Art. Word if I may, Jim, I'll find your killer and bring them to justice. Wait and see, it'll be for the both of us. Now then, you want to talk to me about something? No, it's alright. I'm interrupting their conversation. Now we can take a look at this. Ah, your jacket, sir! What's it doing on the floor? Must have fallen off of a wall when the killer tried to threaten you by firing around. So the killers not only shot the victim, but they shot your jacket as well? Hey! Look, it's in the shoulder too. I think it's the opposite shoulder for on Karma, but hey! They dared shoot the ultra special jacket that you made your prosecutor debut in. Hey! What if they shot through it? It would have been a disaster! It's not worth getting worked up over, detective. Not when there's something more here. Like what? The type of bullet? Guess you haven't noticed it yet. There's giant contradiction right here in front of us. Really? Did I say contradiction? It must be rubbing off on me. Ah, he's hanging out with Phoenix too much! So it's gotta be after the first thing, right? I have my own methods and I will conduct this investigation my way. The CB before me, I use a piece of evidence, where my detective skills come into play. First I have to find the spot that holds the contradiction. This is the bullet. Yes, the bullet hole. When I spot something off, I should put my cursor and press the button with conviction. I am the deducer. And when I found something pointed out properly, presented, this is how I do things. Why? Only one shot fired. Woo! I want to see that. I want to see the details for that. Design is reflective, relentlessness, and discipline of law enforcement. It comes from the authority vested in the strict prosecutors of the law. And executors of sentences much like harsh winter frost and blazing summer days. Whereas anybody knows someone prosecutor, but I have no interest in doing so. The prosecutor got engraved with the number of its owner on the back. Numbers. As if we're not human on the inside like everyone else. That's cool. What numbers is you? I'm trying to go around in a circle, but it's kind of hard. Okay. Ugh! This bullet hole is a contradiction. What do you mean? It's elementary, my dear Watson. 2 shots were fired in this room. First fell the victim. And the second fell this frame. Hey, that's right! However, this gun was only fired once, which means there is a second gun! Hey, that's true too. Which which means that one of these 2 bullets was fired from a different gun. Did the killer have another gun prepared for tonight? By the way, I noticed something. What's that thing sticking out from behind the frame? That's my secret safe. Shh. Oh, it is labeled a secret safe. It's a secret safe. Oh, I smell money. I'll spare us trouble and just say it. Nothing like what you're imagining is inside. I have my steel samurai keychain in there, and along with an urn with the ashes of my pet dog from many moons ago. Now, if you could kindly move this frame out of the way. Roger that! Achoo! Achoo! Talk about Dusty! I suppose that what's happened when I'm not here to dust it once in a while. I had no idea there was a safe here, or I had kept the killing for you, sir! So when did you put this thing in? It wasn't something I had installed personally. Every prosecutor's office has one. Really? I had no idea! Well, only prosecutors are supposed to have knowledge of their existence. What's the time, Mr. Edgeworth? Right now, nothing. We only use them to store especially important evidence for the trials in session. That's it! Talk about squashing my hopes and dreams! I won't rest until I inspect every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. I never knew there was a safe hidden back here! Well, if detectives knew about them, then they wouldn't be secret now, would they? Are there any other secret hidden things in this room? Even if there were, it would defeat the purpose of them being hidden if I told you. So don't bother looking for them. Slash me looks for them. So there's no, like, hidden camera around, right? And what if there was? Ah, no, it's nothing, forget it! Do I even want to ask what he's been doing in my office while I've been away? Check for fingerprints. Now this is odd. Not something there. This keypad. Don't you find it to be a bit too clean? Yeah, there's a thick layer of dust all around it, but not on the keypad itself. You there, forensic scientist. Could you please dust this area for fingerprints? You got it, sir. I couldn't find it, let alone lift a single print. Looks like it was wiped down well. Okay. Secret safe. As I thought. It appears that logic's the only way around this setback. Time to rationally and calmly play connect the dots to the information we have. Okay, after my safe. I believe I have figured out what the murder was after. Well, what is it, sir? The fact that the safe was wiped clean of fingerprints suggests that the criminal had at least attempted to open my safe, making the culprit's motive for breaking and entering theft, I believe. Question mark. Even though there's nothing in the safe except for evidence, which means they must have been there for specific evidence. Maybe. Even though there's nothing in there. I wonder if knowing that the motive behind this break-in was theft changes what the other piece of information can tell me about this crime. I don't know. If you're here for theft, why were you... Oof! There's a possibility that the file split on the floor, or not the result of a struggle between the victim and his killer. Oh, you mean like it could be from when the killer tried to find something, sir? Precisely. Did you figure out if any of the files have been stolen? No, sir, I want to show files like you've never seen before, even at a library. Sure, let's give that a try. Why do all the good ones always die young? Surely you must ponder that every once in a while, Mr. Edgeworth. No matter how much we lament, the dead will not come back to life. All we do is search for the truth. And so what are we supposed to do? How do we go about finding the truth? First, we calmly restore the files to their rightful place. You got it here, let me help. No. I'm sure it's fine. Go here. That will go here. You know a lot about where things go despite being Mr. Edgeworth's office. Because I'm the one who keeps it tidy, pal, okay? Done! Repeat that the murder was definitely committed here. This what's in the bookshelf was so fresh. I suspect that the victim was killed in a standing position. The fingerprints are facing the wrong way. And the guy fell on the floor, right? The blood on the floor is kind of grossing me out. Detective, I don't have the time to deal with your weak stomach right now. But you know I'm not good with blood, sir. I'm certain there's something wrong with this picture. I want to say this. Why are they facing? I don't know if it's like a game thing. I'm not connected to any of the evidence I hold. No. Oh, wait! There's another bullet! Oh! Clearly the country. Yes! There's another bullet hole! And there shouldn't be. I don't really see what's so wrong with that spot. You don't understand? You see, therein lies the contradiction. Mr. Edgeworth, sir, it'd be nice if you just admitted when you're... That wasn't... What do you mean? A, B, C, D, E. What? There's a bullet hole right there! What do you mean? Clean through. With bullet hole. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank goodness. You don't see? Quite simply, the bullet hole itself is too low. The victim was shot in the stomach. The hole should be much higher up. Okay, thank you. Okay. Okay, cool. I figured it out, but just not the way that they wanted to exactly. But what if the guy was shot while he was sitting or lying down, sir? That would be illogical. The victim leaned against this shelf after being shot, which is why the handprints are faced in reverse. He was standing when he was shot. Then that means... Wait, what does that mean? It means you need to use your brain every once in a while instead of mine, detective. In any case, it means someone made a faulty assumption. It was from this mistake that our current contradiction was born. What's the faulty assumption that caused this problem with the bullet hole's position? The assumption. The order of the file, maybe? Maybe I put them back in the wrong order just now? No. Hey, actually I think the labels of the files are wrong. Oh? Yeah, you see here how the files that were shot being with the number 0? Oh, that's a G. I thought that was a C. What are those doing all the way down here? And after 1, 2, 3. Wait, what? Oh. Oh, that's really weird. Actually, the way they're organized now is the correct order. They're exactly as I see them in my mind's eye. But the numbers are all out of order. My binders are special, so they arrange it a little differently. From this, we know the files were not in this order when the crime occurred. Aha! So that's it. I believe this killer made the same incorrect assumption that just as you do, detective. Let's rearrange the file in numerical order and see what we find out. Ah, do you think it'd be okay to prop the body back up to how it was before it was moved? I finished processing the crime scene, so I don't see why it wouldn't be. You please, Detective Gumshoe. It's supposed to be a seed? Why they got an extra little... See, you can see the... See, the whole... The stuff in the corner over there. It's totally off. Because you're missing a letter. See, over, let's see, how do I... That one? Under my head over here. See? G-U-M... S-O-E. I don't know if it's a translation thing, but there is a letter missing, and the letters missing makes no sense. Okay. Well, that what should logically be. Killer went through my files first before shooting Mr. Faith. And then put the files back in numerical order, I guess. And then proceeded to shoot the victim. Why would someone kill him and then look through your files one more time? Puzzling indeed. Files are thrown into disarray twice, once before and once after the crime. But why? Now the crime scene as it was at the time of the murder. Time to give it another look. Must be some reason as to why the victim's body was moved. But there's no time to ponder that now. Let us continue with our investigation, detective. Roger that, sir! I'm ready to go! These handprints belong to the victim, right? They make sense with the body position. Yes, he must have left him while he was trying to support himself after he was shot. Part of the crime position of the body shows that it was moved. I need to go over this crime with a fine-tooth comb one more time. As I suspected, the bullet hole is now where it should logically be. And if we figured out that the killer went through your bookshelf twice. Indeed, there are many things the killer did that don't make sense. But to figure out the whys, we need more information. Look these ones. Can I finally look at this stuff now? This! What is that? Why does it say Gumshoe on it? It's still missing a thing. I'd say that's some incredibly incriminating evidence. Yes, indicative of criminal activity indeed. No, wait, there's gotta be some mistake! Mr. Edward, sir, help me! Say something, sir! It appears that one of my files was stolen. Is that all, sir? What about me and my situation? Is this what the killer was really after? If they took number 0H or OH or whatever, then they took the thing. Looks like Jim was able to leave us a name of his killer in the end, and this most important message managed to reach us. I'm telling you, it wasn't me. You can't be terribly pleased to hear that your beloved party is a guilty party. You're going to accuse Detective Gumshoe of being the culprit. I sincerely hope you have some proof to back it up. Jim's words are more than enough when you say, if that's how you want to play it, then at least allow me to understand your reasoning. You got it! I don't like this one bit. There's something strange about this man's attitude. It must be some sort of flaw to his logic, waiting for me to dig out. Mr. Edwards, what are you gonna do? What I always do in court, I'm gonna cross-examine him. One way or another, I'll expose the flaw in his logic with this technique. Technique! Oh, how do you do that? Can you explain to me, sir? Might as well. I'll be nice. Alright, first, I listen to the witness testimony. If I find a flaw in the testimony, something contradicts the evidence, I open my organizer and then present the piece of contradictory evidence. That's but I don't know, that's all news. But it's not like there's gonna be a flaw in their testimony every time, right? Correct. And at those times, I need to press the witness with the other button. Sometimes by pressing, I can draw out new information and new or modified testimony. I think I get it, sir. I'll be sure to try this technique out during investigations, too. Very well. I'll even show you how it's done. Now watch carefully. Bam, 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 bam. Detective Gunshoe, you stole Jim's gun from him and shot him dead. Furthermore, you messed up the files to make it look like you had committed theft instead. That's when you moved Jim's body that was sitting in front of the bookshelf. But thanks to that, you didn't notice the bloody letters his body was hiding. And it will be his final words that you will be brought to justice. You intend to argue that the victim's dying message points to his killer. I can hear Jim's voice and he's calling for his killer's arrest. Are you sure you're not mishearing his words, Mr. Portsman? Oh, wait, Detective Gumshoe's a culprit here. And we'll find the flaw in this man's logic and expose it with credible evidence.
Hold it!
You know, there's something I've been meaning to ask. What is it? Why do you call the victim Jim? When clearly his name is Buddy Faith. Isn't it obvious Jim is the perfect name for my companion? Jacques and Jim. Don't those two names go together like peanut butter and jelly? But Jim isn't even close to the guy's real name. Well, Jacques and Buddy just sounds off somehow. Besides, you're the third of a bunch of guys that decided to nickname Jim. Talked about it like it was his pet. Further, you messed up the files to make it look like you had committed some theft instead. Oh yeah, hold on, let me move my stuff out of the way. But over here, you can see the progress on the progress on which thing I'm at. So the oh no, I didn't mean to press that. I meant to press the back button. But okay, but yeah, it's got 4 little clicks, and then the red one is on which statement we're on, which is really handy. Do you think it was necessary to shovel my shelves twice to do that? That's true. Okay, then maybe his real intent was theft. Hey, are you accusing me of stealing something from Mr. Edgeworth? It's a possibility. Maybe your salary's been cut so much that life is getting a little too rough to handle. I'll have you know that I eat 3 spare meals every day, pal. Okay, so all of them happen to be instant noodles, but poor thing, what an evil prosecutor you were paired up with, and what a motive, huh? Or, I don't even know. But yeah, now I understand. Hold on, let me switch myself. See, look at that. 5 statements, ever number 3. Ever number 2. Okay, but yeah. Cool! And that's when you moved the body, he was sitting in front of the bookshelf.
Hold it!
And why would Detective Gumshoe do such a thing? Because the body was getting in his way. He had to mess up your bookshelf somehow, right? Anyway. But thanks to that, you didn't notice the bloody letters that his body was hiding.
Hold it!
You're missing some letters still. Why do you think the killer didn't notice the bloody letters? The body was covering it quite well. Let me say he moved the body, though. Now, judging by what I've seen, it doesn't take much for your detective to miss something. Who do you think you are? You know nothing about me, pal! There's a lot a person can understand about another from first impressions alone. I guess I disagree with him on that point. Oh, you say something, sir! Gasp! Not you too, Mr. Edgeworth! Despite his lack of attention to detail, I don't believe the detective to be the culprit. Nobody could have overlooked the bloody letters, and I can prove it with evidence. Can I? Couldn't ask for a better setup for the game-finishing spike. And it will be his final words that he will be brought to justice.
Hold
I'm
it!
gonna press this as well, just because I want to hear the dialogue. Are you saying that those letters were intended for you? Yep! Jim was an outstanding detective. I would expect no less from my former partner. It looks like Mr. Portsman still doesn't understand. He has yet to figure out the true meaning behind the letters. What are you sputtering over there? Can't you just admit my logic is perfectly sound? Actually, there's a gigantic flaw in its logic, a gap so wide that even a good detective can spot it. Now to clue Mr. Portsman by presenting him with some evidence.
Hold it!
I did not mean to do that. Okay, Oh, no. Nope, this one. Zero H is gone. By the written blouse. Gumshoe's 32 here. When does this take place? Ugh. I don't remember. Let's see. To make it look like he committed theft instead. But this?
Objection!
Which part do you have an objection to? The idea that this was a setup? Hey, cool. You're no good when you're all flustered. The detective's right for a change. Moved his body that was sitting on the book.
Objection!
Is that one? No. I don't know. I don't know what to think about this. It's just...
Objection!
Huh? How does that make sense? Captain aware, Mr. Portman, that there's a serious flaw in your logic. Heh. Bringing a bit of charm into this. I see. No problem. I'm game. I can't help but find it odd. Excuse me? Odd that a fellow prosecutor be brought down by the power of his own office. What are you talking about? Oh, you're joking. I get it. Ha ha ha. If you have the time to laugh, then you have the time to take another closer look at this. Do you still not see? If not, may I direct your attention to the missing file? What? That's impossible! What's impossible, Mr. Portsman? Nothing. The files on that shelf were all about a certain case. When the killer went to take the file after murdering your partner, I highly doubt they could have missed the bloody letters written on the spine. It's possible that they could have taken the file before committing the murder. I think it's pretty obvious that the file was stolen after it was written on. The missing letters in the detective's name where the file should be is proof. Yeah, the S is gone and there's only half an H. Detective Gumshoe really was the culprit of this case. I highly doubt even he could overlook his own name written in blood on the files, especially as a detective who can't stand the sight of blood. Yeah. Which means, what exactly? What does that make this dying message? Makes the work of a criminal intent of tampering with the crime scene. ... That's so low! I can't believe the criminal tried to print this whole thing on me, sir! I'm gonna get him, sir! You'll see! I'm gonna have him under arrest in no time! Well, Mr. Portsman. Man, brilliant, absolutely splendid. Logic deserving of Olympic gold. Get it? Cause I do sports ball. I appreciate the praise, but that doesn't change the fact that your reasoning is flawed. You win some and you lose some. That's how life goes. Glad everyone's so cheery, even though I feel more dead than alive. Ah, but you know, it really is a shame. I really didn't want to have to bring this up, however. What is it this time? Are you still after me, pal? Humor me for a second. Who has the key to this office? That would be me! But Mr. Edwards just proved that I'm innocent, pal. What? That's absolutely right, and I acknowledge your innocence. Then why, since you still have something to say? What are you doing? Well, I was thinking. Did you know there's one other person with a key to this office? Myself? I gave it to... Hey, you there! Yes, sir! What is it, sir? Would you kindly fetch and escort that lovely young lady here for me? You? Oh no, does Wendy have it? I'm kidding. The girl is a member of this building's security. I think of her as materialist. I hope it's not Maggie. Maggie deserves better. Security! Did you say security? No, stop it, pal! Don't! Oh no, security. Oh no, is it actually Wendy? No, it isn't. She needs some direction. I have called upon Miss Maggie. No, it is Maggie. No, Maggie deserves better than this. Oh, I'm so sorry. Detective Gumshoe, sir. Maggie! This bird is the security guard I watch tonight. I don't remember the ages of any of the characters. Alright, I'm Googling it. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Ace Attorney. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Nope. I just want to find out how old he is. Okay, so he's 30 in first history. So this is after the... This is around the time of the second game or the third game. So Maggie went from being a waitress to being at nighttime security. Okay. Well, now we know where we're going on the timeline. Okay, cool. This is after the main series, I'm guessing. Oh, this one. You're gonna watch it, I see. Your point is... My point is that she could very well have used it. And by it, I mean the master key. Oh, I feel so bad, Maggie. Getting blamed for yet another crime. What? What? So no one could have possibly broken into the security office to get the key to enter this office. You're not guilty party detectives, aren't you? Then the only other person with access to this room is Miss Bird. How dare you! I would never sneak into someone's room! That's right, I refuse to believe that Maggie's the culprit, pal. That was me, that's right, yeah, I did it! Can we take that as a confession, detective? Oh, well, it wasn't really me, but it definitely wasn't Maggie, pal! See, yeah, it was me. If you was, you'd have no problems with that, right? Please refrain from flying off the handle, detective. There's no need for such theatrics. Let's hear boss, detective! He understands what I'm saying here. That girl's the only one who could have committed the crime, and for one simple reason. Oh my goodness. Pretty obvious that Miss Bird snuck into your room using the master key. I mean, if Detective Gumshoe isn't the one who opened the door, then that leaves only Miss Bird as a prime suspect. On top of which, she knows our good detective, doesn't she? Make it all the more probable that she was the one who faked the dying message. They're saying you use the master key to control us to hear yourself. Someone could have easily stolen it. Incredibly incriminating evidence, wouldn't you say? That's what you claimed about the evidence earlier as well. That was then, this is now. Oh my goodness, it's just... flashback to Larry. Ugh. It's all about your reflexes and reaction time, especially for an athlete like me. What if there's anything... What if there's anyone else other than Bird who could use the key? It seems the only way to get Miss Porcelain to give him more details to the present. So we need more details. Uh-huh. Pretty honest, fucking movies and master key. Why do you say that, huh?
Hold it!
Are you sure? The only member of security could have used the master key. There's only one person on staff at this time of night. And tonight, she's it. Isn't that right, Miss Bird? Oh, it's nighttime? I thought it was day. Oh, I just noticed outside. Darkness. That's true, but I wasn't able to use it. Use the master key at the time of the crime, sir. Wasn't able to? What's that supposed to mean? Yes, moving on. I hate to get sidetracked by something unrelated. What do you mean unrelated? I want to hear what she has to say, pal. But you can't really trust her not to tell lies. Plus, I hate wasting time. Did you hear Miss Bird? Yeah? Not so fast. I, too, am interested in hearing what Miss Bird has to say. Scooch my chair forward. Didn't I just say it'd be a waste of time? We don't need to hear her lies. I'll be the judge of that. Miss Bird, if you please. I discovered the master key was missing at around 1 a.m., sir. What do you mean missing? As in, it wasn't anywhere near the security booth, sir. The killer must have stolen it. Mr. Portsman, I believe this to be an important piece of testimony, don't you? Oh, I can't believe that someone like you would be taken in by such words. I'm not lying, sir!
Objection!
If that's the case, then I'd like to know why you have the master key now. I don't quite know. It just reappeared all of a sudden. Ha! A likely story. And where is your proof that the key was stolen to begin with? I bet you just forgot where you put it and then found it again. I never lose things. I can practically guarantee that. With me, if something disappears, it's usually because someone stole it. Here, pal. Trust me. You don't want to test just how bad her luck is. Unfortunately, I can't deem this piece of testimony as conclusive. Glad you agree, Mr. Edgeworth. But... You still haven't established Maggie's motive for breaking into Mr. Edgeworth's office. Her motive? Didn't we already establish that it was theft? I mean, the culprit clearly went through the bookshelves and at least tried the safe. As Mr. Portsmouth says, Detective, it's for the fact all evidence points to the motive of theft. But I'm done taking blows. It's time to counterattack with a few facts of my own. The message shows the weapon safe by safe thievery.
Hold it!
I'm just pressing everything. I concur that the culprit's motives appear to have been thievery. However, glad to hear that the great Mouser is in agreement with little old me. However, with regard to the investigation of the bookshelves in the safe, hey, good thinking, asking for my opinion on the matter. Would it be too much for you to allow me to complete a full sentence? I mean, Detective Gumshoe isn't the one who opened the door.
Hold it!
I thought we had established Detective Gumshoe's innocence pretty thoroughly. It was just a theory, one hypothesis among many possibilities. I mean, I had my doubts about Miss Bird from the very beginning. If that's the case, then why didn't you mention her first? Now, don't make that face. See? There goes the truth running the other way. Let's pick up the pace and see if we can't catch up to it. I don't think you're catching my drift. But we're in agreement that the detective isn't the killer, right? If so, then I hope you understand when I say... that since she's the only one who could open the office door, that leaves only Miss Bird as our prime suspect.
Hold it!
Don't you think it's a bit early to be jumping to conclusions? Are you saying there's another way to open the door other than with the master key? How about lockpicking? It's a physical key. You can lockpick that. Oh, I get it. Perhaps you had a spare made for someone else? I'll have you know, I have never made a spare. So what are you insinuating? Nothing. Guess I should have known better than suggest someone like you would. No spare for Phoenix. On top of which, you know they're a good detective, doesn't you?
Hold it!
Is there anyone in this district who hasn't at least heard of Detective Gumshoe? Good point, he's practically a celebrity among us prosecutors. Really? I never knew I was so talked about, sir! We're holding our collective breath, you know. When you mess up so badly that you're literally chased off the forest. Wait, what? Is that true, Mr. Edgeworth? Of course not. That's hogwash. Phew! Don't scare me like that. I almost had a heart attack there. Okay, all the more probability is only take the dying message.
Hold it!
Which still, I mean, the letters that spell out Gumshoe, or would spell out Gumshoe. I figure that whoever wrote his name must have wanted to frame him, and just the act of choosing his name is proof enough that the two knew each other well. Mr. Edgeworth, what are you waiting for? Hurry up and present some evidence! I would love to. First, we should listen a bit more and digest what he's saying. Press him for more information. No. Oh, I forgot that's... Match the key to every office in the building. That's it? That's it? Keep pressing the wrong button. Switch controls. I don't know what I'm doing. It's so hard to figure out the logic of these, and these clues are even more vague than the ones in regular Ace Attorney, so. Okay, let's see how it has anything to do with me. Check the game for the Mr. G product here. I can't.
Objection!
I don't know. Forgot how bad I am at these. Okay. So.
Hold it!
Only member security. You're seeing it around 1 AM. What do you mean by missing?
Objection!
This one?
Objection!
The large flaw in your logic. Really? I think it holds up rather well. What do you think is wrong with it? Nothing. Uh-huh. Didn't like it wrong. Fantastic right now. Remain calm. It's the only way. I don't know. $205? Is that it?
Objection!
I don't know. Ugh.
Objection!
That? Maybe it's this one? The secret safe thing? I'm gonna reload and then try. Because I want to keep my health. Music's good though, I like it.
Objection!
No, wait, hold on. I put on the wrong one. Oh boy. Blah 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 blah.
Objection!
Hmm. It's a hard game. I'm bad at this. Oh wait, they forgot the safe. I forgot. I was clicking the safe, not the time of death.
Objection!
What do you think is wrong with it? Why? If only prosecutors know about it, then no, it couldn't have been her who we wiped out. Ugh. Whatever. Maybe it's a different one. I can't mash very fast either. It's annoying.
Objection!
Oh, finally. Okay, cool. Do you wish to continue insisting that Miss Bird was set on stealing something? Why not? It's the truth after all. It's also by your logic that we came to the whole thievery conclusion anyway. That may be, but you must also be aware of the fact that the safe is a secret safe. Cities and Ninja only privy to prosecutors. Ah! I find it a little hard to believe that a hidden safe was part of her plan. But she could have found it by accident while turning everything else upside down. I highly doubt that. I say the culprit knew exactly what they were looking for. After all, only the bookshelf in the safe part of it. Yeah, even I didn't know about the safe, pal. And that means there's no way Maggie could have known about it either. Are you proposing that the killer is a prosecutor? Interesting conclusion. That's definitely looking more and more probable. What's wrong, prosecutor? Do you have a different suspect in mind now? Curses! Why? What made you... What's with the angry face all of a sudden? It's all my fault. What do you mean? It's Jim! He knew about the existence of secret safes. What did you just say? We were partners! Like inseparable conjoined twins! That's why I told him. I filled him in on the secret safes. Now that means... Yeah, I know. I only just told him, too. Obviously, it was wrong of me to tell him. I still can't quite believe it. But the thief who broke into your room was probably Jim. Now he's claiming that the victim was the thief. And if the victim was the thief, then organizing the shelves? What? You're simply trying to stop him, weren't you? Miss Maggie Bird. Excuse me? I mean, you are a security guard, right? That's your job, but killing is going a bit too far even in your risky profession. What? You're still accusing Maggie of murder? Yes and no. I mean, she'd stumbled upon Jim and probably drawn his gun. I get it. It was self-defense, wasn't it? No, I couldn't. I could never do something like that, not even as a security guard. Plus, even if he was a thief, he wouldn't have a key to this office. Which is precisely why he had to steal, wouldn't you say? It was Jim who stole the master key. Ah! Pretty impossible for supposedly stolen key to be here with us, unless you retrieved it from Jim after you killed him. Mr. Portsman, are you honestly accusing your own partner of being a thief? I don't want to admit it, but it's the only way for everything else to make sense. Has he no honor? Now that I think we're done here, the investigation waits for no man. Would you be so kind as to see yourselves out? You can't use out this in Mr. Ashman's office! Yeah, I was gonna say, this is my office. What do you... Huh? But I'm the one who's been assigned to this case. You're all suspects of varying degrees and therefore ineligible to run this show. Listen, pal, how many times do I have to say this? Maggie can't be the culprit. Detective Gumshoe, calm yourself. But sir... We have no choice but to accommodate his request for now. Haha! Thank you, Mr. O'Reilly. Why? At least one of you understands. Now then, if you could remove yourselves from the crime scene, I'd be most grateful. Mark my words, Mr. Portsman. We will meet again. That's a formal request from the legendary prosecutor himself? Then I suppose so. Now, don't disappoint me, you hear? To be continued. Sure, let's save. That's a lot of text. What is with that prosecutor? I can't believe how rude he was. It was unbelievable. Please maintain your professionalism, detective. I'm gonna find some real solid evidence proving Maggie's innocence. You'll see, sir. But we've been kicked out of the crime scene. True. So then what now? Looks like my life's fallen into yet another gigantic ditch. Do not despair, Miss Bird. We can overcome this as well. There are many other places and things we should be looking into anyways. Really, sir? For example, this hallway. The linchpin of his argument against Bird is related to the master key. In that case, this hallway's a perfect place to look for more information. Ooh! I see a book over there in the bottom corner, on the left, under that bench, regarding the mystery surrounding my door. I was wondering if I may speak to you for a bit concerning this case. I've always been a big fan of the courtroom, but this is like a dream where I'm being cross-gamed by the Miles Edgeworth! Yeah! I can't let this chance pass me by. I must remember asking about the master key. I should jog remember by showing my notes there with. Right, very quick acquaintance of the detective. She was under my supervision back when she was still on the force, sir. One day she got caught up in a murder and things started going downhill, so she quit. But I owe a lot to Detective Gumshoe for introducing me to my current employer. Or so I thought until a few hours ago. Right before I was about to clock out for the night. You got caught up in this whirlwind of a case, correct? Don't worry, my whole life has been nothing but a whirlwind of bad luck and failures. Since I was 6 months old when I fell from the ninth floor of my apartment. Ah! I've been hit by all sorts of vehicles, gotten sick from all sorts of foods, failed in almost every exam I've ever taken, experienced almost every kind of disaster, and now I've managed to be named a criminal, just like when I become a security guard. That's a lot to go through in one lifetime. I know, just when I thought I'd finally found my happiness, I wind up getting you and Detective Gumshoe involved in my bad luck. You don't need to worry about me, Miss Bird, nor do you need to worry about yourself. I will solve this case and prove your innocence. All I ask in return is for your cooperation. Yes, Mr. Edwards, you can count on me. I'll do all I can to help. Do you know this person? Have you ever met him before? Well, I've seen him a couple of times before when I had to go to Mr. Portsmouth's office. Mr. Faith is always playing basketball with Mr. Portsmouth. That sounds like fun. Just once, I'd love to play with them. It sounds fun, but the only person ever taking a shot was Mr. Portsmouth. All Mr. Faith ever did was pass him the ball. On second thought, I don't think I'd have fit in all that well with him. You got nothing to present right now. What's a basketball doing here? That's Mr. Portsmouth's prized possession, sure. I also play soccer and dodgeball and tennis, and not a single one of those sports is suitable to be played in the hallway. Yep. Would you prefer mini golf? What's like a basketball hoop doing here? Hey, did that used to be just outside next to the building a long time ago? So when and why was it moved indoors? I don't remember exactly, but I saw one of the officers drag it out here recently. Drag it! All over the carpet! I heard it wouldn't fit in the others before I had to bring it up himself. All the way up to the 12th floor. Oh, hey, look, it's Max Payne. Everything all right? Yes, sir. If you must know, I weighed myself this morning and I'm finally at 154. Congratulations, but I was asking about this hallway in this room. Oh, everything's okay, sir. A word of advice, stay focused or you may start to lose even more weight. Oh. Fuck him. Looks like you're in quite the pinch, Mr. Edgeworth. Be sure a murder within the walls of the prosecutor's office is no trifling matter. We must find, apprehend, and punish the killer accordingly, post-haste. Sounds like a messy case you've got in your hands. If you ever feel lost or need some advice, my door is always open. How gracious. I will keep your offer in mind. Who is this guy again? Won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. Well-crafted, highly quality stuff for visitors. The stitching is excellent. Talk about a luxury waiting area. These babies are also great for napping, you know. Sleep even out here, detective. In a hallway. Whenever I do, I always wind up dreaming about giving testimony up on the stand. But it always ends the same way. Me getting trounced by a lawyer. Isn't that awful? Maybe I should give it a try sometime. To envision myself winning naturally. It's that missing O series file. No doubt about it. The bloody letters marked clear as day. A few pages missing. Our thief only took what was necessary and left the rest behind. What are these O files about? 0 O files. I guess I got something worth stealing in them, huh? Not particularly. It's just a collection of court case files. However, the cases within these files are not mine. Huh? They belong to the high prosecutor that used to occupy my current office. I had my reasons, but let's just say I was charged with keeping them as they were. And that means the thief must have also wanted the file for a specific reason, right? It would seem so. Only the pages related to that case from 10 years ago are missing. I wonder why anyone would care about such an old case. My office. This office. 1203, 1203. Hey Maggie, whose room is this again? Mr. Portsman's. He's my new neighbor, I see. I suppose he moved in while I was away overseas. Interesting. I won't rest those. Level 2, these phone numbers on the plate alone proclaim this to be my office. Whoops! Hey, these number plates slide right out! I was gonna say, what if they switch numbers, but also, doesn't seem right. I have to be able to take the plate off when the room becomes vacant, you know? Although, the idea that it can be so easily removed is kind of suspicious. Minimalist is a classy door made of top quality wood. It's sturdily made, making it impossible to break in by force. Almost majestic, sir. I wish it could be as stately as this door. Only Gumshoe would praise the door as something greater than himself. Being a detective has its own regards and a certain virtuous value, I think. If you live up to your full potential, that's a poignant trait that anyone can admire. I see! So you're saying, sure, that me being me is the best I can do for everyone? Right. That long pause wasn't exactly reassuring, sir. Alright, let's inspect the doorknob for any, no signs of forced entry. According to the guard, no signs that the lock was picked either, sir. Meaning that the door really was opened with a key. Did you happen to ask if any prints were lifted from the doorknob? Apparently the doorknob's clear as a whistle. White, they think. Whoever this thief is, they did a good job of not leaving any clues behind. Anything else? Oh, I forgot. I'm pressing the wrong button. What are your thoughts on this? When did you discover the master key was missing? By the time I realized that, I think it was around 1 AM. And I noticed it was back around 2:30. I'm just sitting on the ledge where our security room's reception window is. And I'm sure that between those two times, it was not just gone, but stolen. Oh, okay. Why is such an important key stored in such an insecure place? It's not like that. We always keep the key further inside the room, away from the window. Always, you say, except for this time, correct? Well, I admit I was a bit careless, but I had my reasons. Left it out because I was sort of using it at the time. After I'd used it, I left it sitting out on the ledge. Use the master key? What for? Okay, that's gonna be a thing I have to talk about. What are your thoughts on this? Oh, then they guard it! That's a prosecutor's badge. It proves that you're really a prosecutor. Despite all appearances, he seems to know more than Gumshoe. With that badge, even I could be a professional prosecutor. Maybe try it out just for a little bit. I don't think that would be a very good idea, do you? I guess not. On second thought, they're actually on the same level. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts? Okay, cool. What did you mean by you used the master key? Oh, I used it to open the door for this prosecutor. Forgotten his... He switched the numbers. He switched the numbers. Now we can get into the office without... Oh my... I mean, it's my job as a security guard, right? Ah! What is it? That's right, I just remembered! The prosecutor forgot his key! It was Mr. Portsman! What? Please tell me more. Quickly. It was around 12 a.m. Mr. Portsman had forgotten his office key, so he came down to security. And that's when you loan the master key to him? No way! It's against regulations to loan the master key out to anyone! Why was Portsman to an office and open the door for him personally? I see. And then what happened? And then what happened after that? Well, he called for me to come close to his office as he was leaving to go home. That was around 1:30. But summary for the sake of one forgetful prosecutor. You used the master key twice. Talk about suspicious. So, open Edra's room, rummage around, close the door, say, hey Maggie, help me close the door again, switch the number plates before doing that, and then close, quote unquote, his own actual office, and then stole the key again to go lock up Edra's office, and then murder happened, and then just brought it back. I thought you could say that you've never left your keys at home, detective. This calls for a thorough examination of Mr. Portman's door. Excuse me. Basketball. Personal basketball hoop. I can't believe you put something like this in the hallway of a prosecutor's office. But you know, it's actually pretty useful, sir. I haven't gotten lost trying to get to your office since it's been here. How long have I had this same office yet? You still manage to get lost? I'm probably I think this is Mr. Portsman's office. Yeah, you can't mistake it because of that basketball hoop. You can easily move it though. Oh, reminds me, Mr. Portman actually wanted room 1202 really badly, but since you were already occupying it, Mr. Andrew put him there next door. So why was he so particular about getting 1202? Because the previous owner. But it's because something like his birthday is December 2nd? Yep, that's gotta be it. I can't think of any other reason why. I can think of at least 3. Ugh, I didn't even waste my time thinking about this. Made a top quality way. It's kind of majestic too. If it's a real well, the NBA products could even be supported to see different just because we're buying one of these. Nonsense. A man does not become more or less dignified because of where he works. Well, he still seems more dignified than Mr. Payne. So it's a custodial work can also be dignified. Doors locked tight. Yeah, I thought the old credit card trick wouldn't work here, huh, Mr. Edward? It's the office of the high prosecutor detective. These doors would be pretty ineffective if the average cat burglar could get through them. Aha! So I guess only a great cat burglar could get in. That must be who our culprit is! Might I advise you return that conclusion to whatever pawn shop you bought it from. Oh, man, I thought we were gonna say something. Okay, I don't know, I'm guessing. Whisper, I'm afraid there's a flaw in your story. What? No way, pal! I mean, sir! You said that you locked up the office at around 1:30 a.m., correct? However, the master key had already been stolen at that time. Wow, nothing gets by you! You saw the contradiction like a pro! I totally forgotten all about it, but thanks to you, I remember it now. You're right, it was around that time where the master key was missing, and... I'm a security guard, sir! I couldn't just admit to losing the master key, could I? So I pretended to lock up his room. Ah. You pretended. Yeah, I used my house key and made it look like I was locking up. So in actuality, you never did relock the door. Well, I thought that maybe I could go lock it after I found the key. Come to think of it, I guess the door still hadn't been locked up properly. Let's see if I can do anything. I don't really have anything. Unlock the door. Ugh. Ugh. I don't even have my own profile. Sad. Do you ever just feel like you're getting old? Nope, wrong one. Anything of interest? I'm glad I'm intrigued by some of the characters here. Ah, it's nothing, but I know his Mr. Portsmouth calls his partner Jim. The detective in that Sunday drama, All My Cops, is named Jim too. Bet one of them is a big fan of that show. You seem to know a little something about it yourself. I take it you watch it too. Of course, the tight bond of friendship between prosecutor and detective is great, sir. But it's nothing compared to the super strong friendship we have. Friendship, detective, I think you're mistaking it with pity. How can you say that, sir? After all we've been through, too. Friendship or pity? Ouch! I assume you understand how to conduct investigations, Detective Gumshoe? Of course, sir! Examine anything and everything with By checking various things out, we can gather all sorts of evidence and information. You can see the evidence we've collected with for information, and leads the other button. That's it! Great job! The deductive reasonable, this is the way to go. Deductive reasoning, detective, clearly something you lack. About Miss Bird. No way she's a killer! Please, don't tell me you buy into that accusation, sir! Rest assured, I think she's innocent. However, I need to ask her a few things regarding her security guard position. Well, if you're only asking, that's okay. Just stand next to her and then press Then you can talk about whatever you want. When you want to ask about evidence, all you gotta do is press remember the clock. After you choose the show, press again, off you go. Remember to show different people different things. You'd be surprised by what they can say. Thanks for the explanation. I don't recall asking for one. You know, you show me evidence the same way too. I do believe it's time to get down to business and defeat the Huns. Ignore it again. I was wondering about the investigation. Oh, I've been waiting for this. Let a real seasoned pro teach you how it's done. A real seasoned pro of instant noodle cuisine, perhaps. You know, you can always check out the really important spots with more detail, right? Yes. If the area's too big, you can always use it to take a look around. Oh, wait, there's more. I can look more to the hallway. Oh, it's when we show up when you need it. Oh. And when you think there's a contradiction or something unusual, try deducing. Find your suspicious looking area. Then press and choose your poison. I mean evidence. I don't think you gotta present it with. Oh my goodness, there's so many controls in this game. I'm pretty sure I already do it as well. Well, if you remember all that, then welcome to the world of pros. RW Ace Investigator. Class dismissed. No, all I wanted was an update about the investigation. Okay, I never get to look. I've got nothing for those yet. I don't think. Let me present you with my badge. Nope. Your prosecutor's badge is really tiny compared to my police badge. Oh, but it's really cool, sir. Much cooler than my badge could ever be. There's no need to suck up to me, detective. Tell me about the gun. The victim's gun, huh? The same model as mine. A tool used to protect lives, yet one that can also take lives away. I don't know about protecting. I don't know. At least in my country, Edgeworth. Those who take a gun in hand wield a great responsibility. I hope you understand that. I don't really use my gun at all, sir. The only time I would use this baby is when I'm fighting a hot duel with a convict to look ultra cool. You were doing so well until that last bit. Okay, what are your thoughts on this? Oh, it's a lovely detector. I don't know. So what are you doing with that? Arrest it! Same line as Maggie. That is hilarious. I had no idea you had one of these things. I mean, I thought I knew everything there is to know about you, Mr. Edgeworth. I feel like I've caught a glimpse of the hidden side of Miles Edgeworth. There's a great deal you don't know about me. At least I hope so. What are your thoughts on this? What are your thoughts on this? What are your thoughts on the door? What are your thoughts on this? What are your thoughts on this door? I've had to open Mr. Bourne's office up from a number of times before. Also, the chance to see the inside of his office on a number of occasions. He has shelves upon shelves with sports memorabilia, trophies, and awards in it, to the point where it's almost beyond gaudy. But maybe I just feel that way because I'm jealous, since I don't have even a single one. Don't say that, Maggie! I'll make a special Guard of the Month award just for you! Thanks for trying, but I've already got a mountain of consolation prizes. They're proof of just how unbelievably unlucky my life has been. Well, it's getting more for you just isn't the same as getting a real award. What are your thoughts on... Oh, I can't present profiles to people. Oh, okay, fine. Okay, so I have to present a thing. I pressed the wrong thing. Anything? Oh, I can't look at that. Ugh. Got a horsey on it. I'm just gonna click those and see if anything happens. And boom. Don't try to get it quite right. Here's press. What do I do again? Deducing. What was that? Conjure something to try deducing. Type the area and press. Okay. Maybe here? Ooh, I can actually do that here. I don't really get it myself either. Oof! Contradiction here between the reality and the evidence. When Miss Bird said it's true, then why is this door locked tight? You know, you're right. Miss Bird, are you sure you didn't relock this door? I'm certain of it! And I don't think Mr. Portsman noticed himself either. It hadn't. Which means what? Either means that he actually does have the key to his office, or that the door opened wasn't this one at all, but a completely different one. Opened a different door. But how can you prove that? There's an easy way to find out. All we need to do is examine these. On the number plate. There we go. It'll tell us all we need to know. Everything? Really? Like what? Like, well, for example, if someone picked up the numbers and switched them around so that you would open the new room next door. Wow, that was amazing. How do you know? Must be a joke to cheer me up, Mr. Edgeworth. Yes, that's it. Now then, we should get back to doing what we need to do, and that is... Now, that's what you want to examine. That was the very first thing we did. You can tell we didn't find any prints other than Maggie's. I should have saved before this. That's so brilliant, Mr. Edgeworth. So what can we do from that? I think this means that the culprit wiped the prints off. Yes, that's exactly it. I'm glad you're looking for the conclusion. 100. It's in the doorknob. Tells everything. Well, they though. Tuesday, but you give it for this. Should have done the number plates. What'd you find out? No need for such belligerent nostril flaring, detective. Sir, I have found only Mr. Portman's and Mr. Faith's prints on this doorknob. Only 2 people's prints were found on this, huh? That's pretty decisive. Huh? I'm lost. Think logically, a certain other person should be on this knob as well. Maggie's.
Take that!
Don't you find it odd that the prints of the person who unlocked this door are absent? You mean... Yes, the door that Miss Bird opened could not have been this one, but a different one. Wow. What have we here? I won't. Ooh, I like this song. Ooh, a basketball. Is basketball property of Mr. Portsman? Yes, sir! You know, he's ready for a match! Basketball, soccer, dodgeball, tennis, it doesn't matter what sport it is, he's game! Well, I think it'd be a little hard to play tennis with this ball. Whoa, that isn't the point you should be focusing on, detective. You're right! Now I know what I should be focusing on! Bad, Mr. Portsman! Someone should teach me to clean up his toys after he's play! I think we reached the end of this conversation. What's this? What are you looking at? Oh, hey, how about a game? That's okay, detective. I just found the position of this hoop to be a little off. Oh, I didn't even notice that. I wasn't paying attention. I was just clicking on things. Hey, you're right! Guess it shifted when someone made a seriously sweet slam dunk. The positioning of this hoop is definitely unnatural. I'd better take note of this. Signs it's been moved. Oh, whoa, what's this? Looks like a scrap of paper. I'll get it. Let's see. Oh, there's something written on it. Brought 3 pieces of evidence by. Just over time for on the phone, but it looks like you're out. Guess I'll catch up to you later. Buddy. Yeah, it's for Mr. Portsman. Hey, we did it! Cue me up, please. Thank you. Phew! Looking around this hall, it actually paid off quite handsomely. Huh? How so? In a variety of different ways. I think it's time we had a little chat with the real culprit of this case. Do you know who the killer is? Wow, Mr. Edgeworth! As long as my logic is sound, then yes. Their mastermind behind this murder is none other than Mr. Portsman. What? Mr. Portsman? Oh, I knew it. That's exactly what my logic senses were telling me too. Uh-huh. I suspect it was him from the instant he accused Maggie of being the killer, sir. Oh, okay. That is anything but logical. Lady and gentleman, prepare yourselves. Come what may, it is time to knock on truth's door. As soon as I save, though. Okay, I guess not. 5:12 a.m. Oh my goodness. How long have I been here for? Mr. Portsman, I finished processing the bloody letters. All right, let me take a gander at it. Pass it here. Okay, looking good. You there, take care of this. Whoa! Ow! Well, if it isn't Detective Gumshoe. End of the line for you, Portsman. We got you now. Call off your dog, Mr. Edgeworth. Is this some kind of joke? It's no joke. We know, Mr. Jacques Portman, that you are the guilty party in this case. You must be pretty upset getting chased out of your own room. I'd be mad too. So I guess you can stay. So I guess you can stay if you promise to stay out of our way. You intend to hide your crime under the guise of a prosecutor doing his job. I could see right through the unsightly paper-thin mask you wear upon your cowl. Ha ha ha, who would have thought it would have come to this? Actually, come to think of it, your mentor was Manfred von Karma, right? The legendary prosecutor who never lost a single case for 40 long years. Except for the one that he got a mark on. That one time, many years ago. But there was always this incessant chatter about forged evidence with that guy. Really teaches me that I gotta stay on the lookout for false accusations, you know. Are you done trying to play mind games with me? Because they won't work. The only thing you should be using is that mouth of yours and explaining yourself. Although that too will only dig your hole deeper. Either way, your game is up. Well, aren't we full of ourselves, even though you have yet to prove anything? Report from the roll. I have no idea what I have in mind, but hold on. I just gotta go through this first. There's a mountain of evidence that points away from me being the culprit. Besides, how may I ask, do you propose I unlock the door and got in here? Look, I feel bad for doing this to you, but I've got work to do, so we're done here. Sorry, but we're not finished yet. Boy, you're stubborn. I suppose you're basing your accusations on something. I'll show you what I'm basing my accusations on with evidence. Yeah, evidence. Yeah, I want to stick with the nice. I like the original one. Here you go. Maggie unlocked it for you.
Objection!
Mr. Sportsman, there's a large flaw in your logic. Really? I think it holds a What do you think is wrong with it? Maggie unlocked the door. Oh my goodness. Maggie. Oh, I can't present that. That? Oh, okay. The master key, not the facts. I believe you were able to open my office door with the master key, no less. Wait. Hold on a sec. I never laid a finger on that key, as you already know. Precisely. You were able to open my door without lifting a single finger. Well, maybe you did, but only to direct. That's right. You use your fingers to direct this person to open my door with the key.
Take that!
You would ask Miss Bird to open up your own office door for you, yes? Yeah, I kind of forgot my key at home. Happens a bit too often for my taste, you know? But the room you had Miss Bird open at the time was not your own, was it? What? You have quite the imagination. But why don't we ask the girl herself whose door she opened, shall we? I'm certain that it was Mr. Portsman's door. I checked the number plate to make sure I was opening the right door. See, Miss Bird backs up my story. Yet, what if you had misled her to fool her into thinking what you wanted? Ha! And how do you suppose I did that? By switching the number plates on our doors, for example. That's right! They do slide out pretty easily. Furthermore, you then use one other thing to give a very strong impression. That the door she was opening was yours and not, in fact, mine. Wait, what is it? Where did I think it was this one? The basketball hoop! Yeah! What? The basketball hoop? Quite peculiar picture in any hallway, let alone a hallway in this building. So he only moved there within a month. So that means he's been planning this thing out for the entire time. Like, definitely possible that someone spends like a month building up their plan. What am I thinking about? I don't even know. Which is why I left an unusually strong impression on you. It's an object perfectly suited to just sit outside the office of a peculiar prosecutor. Wow! That's very true, sir. Because there was a basketball hoop sitting there, I thought the door I was opening had to be Mr. Portsman. Because the number plate and the hoop. It sounded as the hoop had been moved. To sit in front of my office, to be sure. I see. So that's how you throw suspicion on people. Thanks for the tip. But I think your conjecture is a little off the racetrack. Now you're just spouting nonsense! I had the girl open my office door. After that, I was in my room the entire time. You don't have a single reason to suspect me. So he tends to claim his innocence to the end, does he? I'm as pure innocent as my jacket, which totally doesn't have pit stains on it. And Miss Bird is as dirty and guilty as the jacket she wears. Didn't even say Gumshoe's jacket. My jacket's not dirty, I'll have you know, I just washed it yesterday. Please calm down, for I intend to show who is the one truly covered in slime here. And other things. For sure. Oh yeah? Your office door. Then how come her prints weren't on there? I had your door dusted for prints. My door? What for? Come on, I bet you didn't find anything. You sure are good at wasting time. You're right, I didn't find anything. And definitely not Miss Bird's fingerprints. Her prints? What do they have to do with anything? Let's put it this way. If she really was the one who opened your door, then her prints should naturally be on the doorknob she touched. Further, all the prints on my door office knob have been wiped clean off. You can only assume it's because Miss Bird's fingerprints were on it.
Objection!
But it doesn't change the fact that I was in my room the entire time. Is that really a fact, or is it fiction? Hey, would I lie to you? I have here proof that you were not in your room the entire time as you claim. Where is it? This one, I think?
Take that!
No, wait, I have 2 pages of evidence! No, I didn't know! I realized too late. No! Stop! Why is it taking so long? Yeah.
Take that!
Yeah, this is the note that the victim left for you, Mr. Portsman. A note was left under your door, or did you not notice? And right here it says, "But you're out." You were not in your room when the victim came to call on you. So then where were you, and what were you doing? Ah! Don't you think it's time you gave up your charade? We know you stole into my office with the intent of stealing something from me. And Detective Faith found you out. Possibly because he heard sounds coming from a room whose occupant was on leave. Mr. Portsman, you killed Mr. Faith to silence him. And I had the misfortune to return when I did. You had to threaten me as you escaped. Dot dot dot. As I said when you had the gun to my back. No one gets away with committing murder in my office. Hey! And just what's so funny, pal? Well, that look of stiff seriousness on the face of this officer's finest prosecutor, as he makes a huge mistake in accusing me simply too much to bear. There's just nothing else like it in the world. What? Mr. Andrews explained it all and he even backed it up. You're the murderer! Stop trying to be slippery and just admit to the crime already. Well, I'm gonna hire my own lawyer. Blah, 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 blah. And as I said earlier, it's all so circumstantial, so full of conjecture. You said you checked my doorknob for prints? Well, I can readily confess that I had wiped that knob down as well. No, cause Buddy's prints were on there too. I'm a little obsessive compulsive, you see. I didn't want to touch a doorknob that you had touched, which is why I wiped the knob down as soon as I could after you opened the door. After that, it makes perfect sense only Jim and my own prints would be on there. No? What? You made that up just now, didn't you? Furthermore, as for the note left me, do you know exactly when that was? We know he could have left it there before I arrived at the office. Like, early evening, for example. But then you would have seen it when you went into the office? Are you saying you failed to notice a note in your doorway? Hey, even geniuses fail at times. I was probably too preoccupied by work-related matters, though that's no excuse. Now, that's just a flat-out lie. There's no way you didn't notice a note that size. Ah, but you can't prove that, can you? Hey, something, Mr. Andrew. Back me up here, sir. Poor thing, at this point, I can't prove they didn't simply overlook it. Besides, I have an airtight alibi. Airtight, you say? I only just realized I had one when we were talking. I guess it would have been better for all of us I had told you sooner. Memory serves, you came back to this office around 2 a.m., correct? It was then you had the unfortunate confrontation at gunpoint with the culprit. But that exact same time, I was down in criminal affairs. Ask around. I'm sure the other detectives will corroborate my story. It's the perfect alibi. 2 a.m., huh? You really think it's that perfect? Like I said, I don't care. I'll ask around all you like. You'll see for yourself. Detective Gumshoe. Yes, sir. I will check on the alibi, sir. Be right back. Mr. Officer, I think we're in trouble. It's just like a person said, down in criminal's head. This house around 2 a.m. You see? All evidence points to him being the culprit. There must be a contradictory point in his alibi somewhere. Sportsman's alibi. Let me look at my evidence. Who I am, huh? Body was found around 2:05. What were we doing before then? Oh, I forgot I can press.
Hold it!
I'm so silly. I'm forgetting all the controls. You're correct. It was around 2 a.m. Are you sure? It is really important to me that you're spot on with the time. Remember, I'm checking my watch and making no mistake. It was 2. Ooh, giving testimony like a pro. So you came back to your office at 2.
Hold it!
As you say, however. Yes, however, you're the only one who claims to have bumped into the culprit. Just tell me, did you see the person's face? Was it me you saw? It was pitch black, so I couldn't actually see.
Objection!
Oh, come now. I'm sure you saw something. Try a little harder, why don't you? Ugh, making me feel like I'm the one being interrogated here. Oh, well, it doesn't matter if you remember or not. It only matters that you ran into the culprit.
Hold it!
So you paid the criminal affairs department a visit. What were you doing there? Yep, right after I left the prosecutor, I headed straight for the precinct.
Hold it!
Well, we did go and ask around to confirm your testimony. And it was just as I said, right? Yes. A number of detectives said that they saw you around that time. See? I have the perfect alibi. And that's the ace I had on my sleeve. Arrgh. Impossible. It actually does have the perfect alibi. What's wrong? Why the sudden sullen look on your face? Can you say anything back? Yeah, I think we reached the end of the line and it's time to get off this crazy train. You there! Sure. Please escort the young lady out, but remember, be gentle. Maggie! Detective Gumshoe! Is there nothing I can do? Must be a way to turn this situation around. If only I had a clue. Did I miss something and how we cast doubt on his alibi? It could not have been posted. Then who could have been? Need to calmly think this through one more time. And with logic. Someone who had a gun. There were 2 bullets left at the scene of the crime. One that robbed Mr. Faith of his life. And then the other that nearly robbed me of my jacket. Oh my god, it's hilarious how he just like compares the 2 of them to each other as if they are equal. However, the murder weapon only shows signs of being fired once, meaning that's entirely possible that a second gun was used in my office tonight. But seeing as how the killer had to steal Mr. Fate's gun, I doubt the killer had another gun up their sleeve. Therefore, the second gun would probably be of an entirely different person, which could mean that there was another person who paid a visit to my office tonight. Maybe the victim is clever, though. I'm gonna visit my office. Ooh! That's right, the files were rearranged twice. This is interesting. Oh, there was yet another visitor tonight. That would also resolve the issue of why my shelves are upended twice. I know the shelves were disrupted once before and once after the murder, so it shouldn't be much of a stretch to think that it was the work of two different people. Once by the person who stole the victim's gun and then killed him. Once again after the murder by our second culprit, who was the owner of the second gun. If we suppose that the second culprit's gun was the one pointed at my back.
Objection!
Mr. Portsmouth, it seems I need to amend my assumptions regarding this case. Great! They finally came to your senses. Mr. Edgeworth! Sir, what are you saying? This has been a big misunderstanding on my part from the start. I had assumed that the person I ran into was the killer, but that may not be the case. What do you mean? The person I ran into was just your average thief. A thief? But sir, doesn't that cause some sort of contradiction in the facts? Not at all. It simply means that the killer was someone else. And it means that in actuality, two culprits stole into my office tonight. What do you mean, two? It explains both why my shelves were disturbed twice and how there were two guns. Mr. Portman tricks Brunigan enters in my office. Now you're just leading the argument. You still don't have any actual proof, you know. If you could please go along with my hypothetical scenario for now, Mr. Portsman. In the end, if you really are innocent, you should have nothing to worry about. Grr. Now then, return to my scenario. Mr. Portsman's out to steal something from me, which is why I checked my secret safe and ransacked my shelves. This is the first time. Then this would be in the finals to put back in the wrong order, right? Correct. And then just when he's about to look somewhere else, who should walk in but his own partner? Why did Mr. Faith come into your room? Probably had business with Mr. Portsman, which is why he was in the area. That's when he noticed sounds coming from my office, which would be my guess. Oh, because you're supposed to be away, right? And he must have thought it was odd, so he came to this office to check it out. Was that before or after the numbers got switched? Correct, and as a detective, that was the right thing to do. But when he came and found his own partner standing there, because it was Mr. Portsman, Mr. Faith probably let his guard down. Mr. Portsman was not so merciful as to let him leave alive. He waited for a chance and stole Mr. Faith's gun from him. And then... killed him. Times Mr. Faith had catch him in the act of stealing. This is the moment in which the first shot was fired, the one that landed in my files. Following that, Mr. Morgan wiped down the gun and left it as he made his exit. He could afford to do that because he also left a fake dying message behind. Such a complicated troublemaker, you know that? Well, if things were as simple as that, then all would be solved. However, there was yet another visitor to my room, and this is where it gets complicated. Another? Visitor, sir? Yes, and this other person was also to steal something from me. Now that he ran to Mr. Portsman alive. The door to my office remained unlocked. However, this new visitor had no way of knowing that, and so they stole the master key from the security guard's room. Then enter my room and search through my shelves. This is the second time they were disturbed, and it seemed the thief found their prize. The stolen 0 file, right? Correct. Only just as the thief was about to leave the file, I appeared. The thief then threatened me with their own gun and made their escape. The second bullet was fired during that brief encounter. So the shelves getting messed up twice, the 2 bullets, it was all because 2 different people were doing those things at 2 different times? Precisely. Now, do you see, Mr. Portsman? The person I met was just a thief and was not, in fact, Mr. Faith's killer. Your alibi for the time frame when I ran into the other person is now irrelevant. Because we now know that the murder took place during the first culprit's visit. What's so funny, pal? Absolutely splendid. Your scenario explains everything. Of course it does. It is Mr. Edgeworth after all. But you know, it still doesn't change the fact that it's all circumstantial. Supposing if, and that's big if, your theory is right, it would indeed render my alibi, which has withstood scrutiny, mind you, irrelevant. But there's still one defining point in your argument for which you have no evidence. Your supposition that I was the first babysitter. Sure, Mr. Edwards, you can't let him get away with that. But he has a point. I have absolutely no proof at this point. Don't say that! I don't believe this. Don't worry, Maggie, I'll do something if I must. You know something? I find your attitude to be somewhat peculiar, Mr. Edgeworth. If the person you really met was just a plain old thief, then why was that person not your main suspect? That is, if your theory is correct. That thief you ran into should be a real suspect, wouldn't you say? We should be out there looking for that thief right now. I might still be nearby. I hate to repeat myself, but as I've already said, I was training in my room. Were you? And when Jim came to deliver this evidence here, I was down at criminal affairs. Well, I can't be expected to know what happened around here after I left. Do you think we should be out there looking for the thief? Oh, of course! Now isn't time to be having these dead-end discussions. I don't think that's all dead-ended. I find your alibi to be fascinating. Let's continue where we left off, shall we? I know he's lying. I know he's here at the scene of the crime. I just have to find a way to prove it. To be a real subject, actually, no, I wouldn't. Why not? That's elementary. The dying message, of course. Mr. Faith's killer clearly left those letters on the spine of those files. It was after they were on there that the thief stole one of them. The zero files, right? And that's also how we know the letters themselves were set up and not from Mr. Faith. If the thief was the killer, do you think that they would try to undermine themselves? Ah! Or maybe the killer just didn't think of that either. Yes, that must be it. Maybe just maybe. We should be out there looking for that thief right now. They might still be nearby.
Hold it!
Once escaped, I highly doubt a thief would linger nearby. Well, you never know. Maybe they didn't get what they were really after. Oh? You talk like you know quite a bit about this thief. Ah, it's nothing like that. I have no idea about anything after all. I hate to repeat myself, but as I've already said, I was training in my room. Were you, though? According to Mr. Faith's note, hold on, I thought we already cleared that up. Didn't we say that Jim left it over me in the early evening? You have proof he left it at a different time, say just before I was murdered. I don't have any, no. You see? So I insist again that I was in my office the entire time. And when Jim came to deliver some evidence to me, I was down at criminal affairs.
Hold it!
Why did you go there with Mr. Faith? That's because he said he was tired and was going to take a quick nap. You know the sofas in the hall? He likes to sleep on those. It's one of his habits. And what of the evidence he brought? They were things related to yesterday's case. Just 2 items. A gun and a pendant. Interesting. Piece of testimony seems too crucial, so let's slip through the cracks. Gun and a pendant related to yesterday's case.
Hold it!
Gun and a pendant. Yeah, this gun, which is the murder weapon, and this pendant, which belonged to the victim. And why were you taking them into criminal affairs? For something in the past case file I wanted to compare these two to. But all this has nothing to do with the case right now. Anyway, I believe you'll find the long paper trail left to be to your satisfaction. This is all matching up with what Detective Gumshoe found out. It was dying, it wasn't there. If it was there, to find a way to prove it.
Hold it!
I didn't press this one, so I can't expect you to know, can I? Nope, but I guess you can expect me to take a guess based on logical deductions. Oh, but let's see you deduce. Jim waited for me to leave, then stole the master key. Oh, sorry. Wrong woods. Where is it? This button. Oh, let's see you deduce. Jim waited for me to leave, then stole the master key for the purpose of sneaking into your room, of course. But the numbers were switched.
at some point. And that's when Miss Bird caught him red-handed and the murder occurred. Oh, exactly. Laid under. I know. Oh, this had 3 though, didn't it? Ah, it did. Okay.
Objection!
Only 2 pieces? I believe the proper phrase here is you fail. Excuse me, you fail as a prosecutor, Mr. Borsman, as you intend to keep evidence hidden from me. What are you talking about? I haven't hidden anything from you. Well, here's a piece I think you should read carefully. Ah, it says Mr. Faith is bringing 3 pieces. Yes, and this is the victim's real dying message to you, Mr. Porter. He can't believe to get tripped up by simple arithmetic. Where is the missing piece of evidence? You have it, don't you? Only the guilty would make such a face. Detective Gumshoe! You're an officer, sir. I'll pat the guy down from head to toe. Well, don't come any closer, I'm warning you. It's all part of the investigation, pal. So don't even think about stopping me. No. Hey, what's this? Yeah, this just VHS. Okay. I got really tripped up by the lamp clamped onto the desk for some reason. Despite what you said, it would appear that you do have something to hide. Why would you hide something like that? There's only one reason why anyone would hide evidence of this caliber. Because it would unequivocally point to that person himself as the real killer. Let's examine this videotape in a little more detail. For the section of the tape that will drive the last nail into his coffin. Blood. I'm gonna check this out. PG-8 incident. That's a police case number, sir! Does that mean this video is evidence from that case? Interesting. However, what's recorded on this isn't what's important right now. Let's give this casing a thorough once-over. Gasp! Ah, that's blood, isn't it? Yes, and I believe this is what the good prosecutor is trying to hide from us. This blood is still fresh. You mean this might be Detective Faith's blood? No, you've got it all wrong. No amount of denial can save you. We have but to run a blood test to find the truth. You told us that you had received evidence from the victim earlier. Now you will tell us when and how did the victim's blood find its way onto this video. Yeah, it's totally suspicious! Was it at the moment of his death? Did Detective Faith have this videotape on his personas when you killed him? You know very well there's no way to prove that. Not even if we were to examine this tape for fingerprints. Ah! If I had to take a guess, I'd say that the only ones on here would belong to the murderers, you and Mr. Faith. No, impossible. I'm Yum, 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 yum. Oof. Tasty gold. Yum, 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 yum. This permanent is placed under arrest for the murder of Detective Buddy Faith, sir! Very good. And the results we got back from the lab techs on the tape turned out to be real solid, sir! The blood work came back and it was definitely Mr. Faith's blood on there! And as a bonus, they were also able to lift a few of Mr. Faith's fingerprints as well! Thank you so very much, Mr. Edgeworth! I still can't believe we got to see your cool deduction skills outside the courtroom! I'm impressed beyond words, sir! It was nothing. I'm just sorry I got caught up in a murder in my office. Please accept my apologies. Oh, it was nothing, really. Compared to what I've been through, I mean. I consider myself lucky that it was only a burglary and a murder this time. If it had been a hold-up or a hostage situation, I'd have thrown my hands up in the air. I think I'm finally rising up from a goddess of misfortune to just an unlucky person. It tells me we should have hired a different person for a security detail. You know something, sir? That Mr. Portman really was one corrupt prosecutor. And why would you say he was corrupt? Well, I heard that there were a number of suspicious things related to his court cases. There's even rumors about how some of the evidence he uses is forged. Forged evidence, huh? And they say he even decided not to prosecute a few cases for some really vague reasons. Oh, that guy was a complete disgrace to the entire profession! We never did get around to asking what his reason for breaking into my office. Yeah, whenever we got near that topic, he just clammed up. I'm gonna save just in case it's one of those post-case click-a thing. Although we can pretty be certain it was to steal something. This is just between you and me, sir, but there's a rumor that some sort of huge organization is involved behind the scenes. Oh? Well. Of course, I'm not willing to divulge anything. It certainly lends credence to that rumor. It would seem that we haven't heard the last of this. Oh, Mr. Portman is the bad guy? I didn't say that, but rather there are still many more mysteries for us to solve. Except we still haven't figured out the significance to this piece of evidence. Yes?
Take that!
The person who stole his file, the other villain of the night. Yeah, I wonder who it was. And what happened to the stolen pages? I wonder, who in the world was it that held me up at gunpoint? Mr. Edgeworth, sir! Yes. I came across this this is why I was processing your office earlier. This card. Oh! What is it, sir? Is that a bird or something? Not just any bird. It's the mark of the raven. A three-legged raven. Even you should know what this is, detective. Oh, it's about that thing, isn't it? The great thief everyone's talking about? Yes, it is a marking of the great thief, Yatagarasu. Oh! Oh! See, playing Persona games does help! Under the mark of a legendary bird, the Yatagarasu is noble to the end, a modern Robin Hood. Labeled mysterious and phantom-like, the Yatagarasu appears and vanishes at will. Hey, look! I like how they have him posed and like Phoenix with the like one winged angel and also spiky hair. Though we don't know much about this thief's ultimate goal, we do know the targets. The Yatagarasu likes to find and make public evidence of corrupt dealings of all sorts. The theft is always performed in silence and always with perfection. Once a target is chosen, no dramatic calling card or announcement is set forth. Instead, the chosen corporation is infiltrated without even the target noticing. Some days later, the evidence that was found is sent out to the mass media. Which means we'll find out what's in the case thing not too long from now. Only a single card. Oh, it's been a while since the Yatagarasu's last appearance. Hey, Mr. Edgeworth! Look, something's written on the back! What? Let me see. The location of where the thief... Isn't that... It looks like... I don't have my glasses on. I'm cleaning real quick. It looks like Celtic writing or something like that. I don't know. Location where the thief put the stolen file, so the person who stole content of the file was the Yatagarasu. Organization. Quite a few keywords are popping up in this mystery. Hey, my tea set! It's all nice and up right now. My whole office is clean. Murder in my office. The return of the great thief. Looking back, I can't say I didn't see these events coming. Or they were heralded by the incidents that began to occur 2 days ago. Woo! The end. Yay! We did it! Turnabout visitor awarded! Hey! Francisca! Woo! See, that's a nice thing about streaming. There's no... And you'll get to see the next video tomorrow! Turnabout Airlines. A murder that occurred in my office. The return of the great thief, Yatagarasu. Thinking back, everything back then on that fateful day, 2 days ago. Ah! 2 days earlier. Oh! Oof! Oh no. Is he having an... Oh, okay. Okay, not an alcoholic. Probably got drugged. Oh, you... Yes, everything began high up in the air, 9,000 feet in the air, to be precise. Ooh, instead of a train mystery, get a plane mystery. Thank you for flying Go-You Airlines. We are currently experiencing some slight turbulence. Everything's shaking and falling apart. We're asking all passengers to please return to their seats and fasten their seatbelts. Oh my goodness. Huge. It's like those old school, planes. You know, the old school ones that had like, two floors to them, and then there's like a smoking zone and a non-smoking zone. First floor lounge. 6:13 a.m. Oh my goodness, he wakes up so early. No! The alcohol stains. I feel like I just woke up from a horrible nightmare. 6:13, huh? Guess I was out cold for about 10 minutes. Slight turbulence indeed. I suppose turbulence is to be expected on a flight, though admittedly I'm less comfortable with anything resembling earthquakes. Oh, he's getting better though. He's getting better though. He only fainted for 10 minutes this time instead of having a full-on panic attack. Uh-oh. What's this? Travel wallet? But it's not mine. Not supposed to travel on. Why in my pocket? My head. Why was his head go away? There's travel wallet later. Or hand it off to an attendant. From earthquake, I've turned into an elevator. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I hope he doesn't get stuck in that elevator again. They should have stairs. They should have stairs. Why are there no stairs? Elevators are unsafe because if they get stuck, like what happened with Edgeworth, that would be very not good. What am I doing hesitating like this? Actually, I know for why I hesitating. I was still a kid, you know? That horrible traumatic incident and then a murder happened in how long am I gonna let my past haunt me? Listen, it's just PTSD, okay? That takes a while to deal with. It's just an elevator. I'm a grown man now. I need to behave like one. That's not how PTSD works. What in the world happened? Is there something wrong, sir? I must ask that you please return to your seat. Ah! He's dead! Please calm down. You mustn't jump to conclusions without all the facts. What's wrong? Did something happen? You murderer! What? No! You have it all wrong. It wasn't me. Half an hour later. Everyone, I am sorry to interrupt, but I have an important announcement to make. I am one of your flight attendants today. We're at Tenero. Unfortunately, we just had a minor accident on this flight. What? Murder? What's going on this flight? Everyone, please calm down. No reason to panic. This flight will stay on course and make its scheduled landing. We're still currently in the middle of a rough patch of turbulence. Until we are out of this area, but as I do, please remain seated. I just noticed Edward is tied up in the corner. Hold on, I'm in the way. All tied up. I'm gonna keep myself in the corner though. This is my corner. There's almost killed, right? I mean, what about the kill? Let me off! Please, there's no need to feel threatened. We have already apprehended the culprit. I ask that everyone please remain calm. What are you talking about? Why do you remain calm? My name is Miles Edwards. I am a prosecutor, and I assure you I am not the killer. Ha! Being a prosecutor doesn't make you incapable of murder. Now you listen here. I am not the killer. I simply found the body. So you say, however, I am sure that you are the perpetrator of this crime. I swear on my honor as a professional flight attendant. Oh, is that right? I know what I saw. And there's even strong incriminating evidence to back me up. What kind of incriminating evidence is she talking about? We've already alerted the proper authorities at our destination. Until we land, he will remain in our custody by the power vested in our captain. I'm very sorry, but please understand our situation. I'm more concerned with mine and the direction it's going in. I'm not about to just sit idly by while I get accused of murder! Miss Tenero, is it? Yes. I was wondering if you might give me a chance. A chance to do what? A chance to plead my case. And a chance to ask what you mean by incriminating evidence just now. The accused passenger of such a grave crime without allowing him to give a proper defense. Can the professional flight attendant inside you really call this act righteous? You have a point. Very well, I'll listen to what you have to say. But be wary of what you reveal. I'm afraid you will even look more suspicious if your explanation fails to testify. I also do not have the time to deal with you all day, so please make it quick. Of course. As you wish. Good, very well. Then let's get started. I know for a fact that I didn't kill that man in the elevator. What I don't know is what sort of evidence she has up her sleeve. It's just a wallet thing. But I'm certain it doesn't fit with how the crime really occurred. Ooh! I'm here to help to know the whole truth of precious items. Fortunately for you, Mr. Edwards, I am certain you are the killer. The scene I saw in front of the elevator. It was you standing there with fresh blood dripping off the murder weapon. It's a wallet. So, if you would please cooperate, we'll turn you over soon as you... That's it? That's your evidence? I don't think I can ask for more perfect testimony. Wouldn't you agree? Not really. Not only perfect when there's a gaping hole in it. Okay, what do we got for profiles? Victim was seated in first class without, I don't know his name. Oh, a baby! Flight attendant charged with taking care of first class. Travel wallet. I wanna take a look at this. Meals, drink. Okay. Drinks at 10, meal at 2. Drinks at 5. Movie at 6. Meal at 7. Drinks at 10. Another meal at 4 a.m. This is a travel wallet. Mr. De Niro! What is it the yelling all of a sudden? Force of habit. Well, doesn't matter. Just tearing out. Okay, you say you saw the murder weapon dripping with blood. Is that correct? Yes, saw that blood. Drip, drip, drip. Just recalling that scene sends a chill down my spine. Sorry, but your so-called professional flight attendant training has failed you. What? I'd like to direct your attention to this. You know what this is? It's a travel wallet, right? But it looks a little big and bulky. thing you saw me holding when I discovered the dead body in the elevator was this very travel wallet, Mr. Nero. What? Impossible! Now then, do you still think I'm the killer? Yeah, I killed him with a travel wallet. but I saw blood dripping from the wallet. I know I did. As you can see, this wallet is clearly stained, but if you would be so kind as to take a whiff, I think you agree. It's only grape juice. Ah, yes. Grape juice. Not wine, because this is, what's the rating? This is a teen-rated game, not M. Can you put alcohol in teen ratings? I don't know. Ah, then, that's right. You mistook grape juice for blood. The murder weapon dripping with blood does not, in fact, exist. No! There, that should clear up that pesky accusation. Wait just a sec. That is, I mean, even a wallet could be deadly if it was wrapped around something heavy. What? Can you show me what's inside, please? She's trembling, and tacked on please at the end. Sounds like I've got her. Don't do look inside. Even you can tell from its appearance that it's light. No, I can't be sure of anything until I see the concept of the wallet myself. Persistent one. I suppose we have no choice but to see what's inside. Here, if you'd be so kind as to open the wallet and check its contents for me. Alright, I usually don't pry into passengers' belongings, but we have no choice here. What is in here, actually? I have to angle it like that. That's so silly. Open of Virginia. It seems a passport's all that's in here. As you saw, there's nothing but a passport inside. His friend is your wallet was a murder weapon. Argument moot. Wouldn't you agree? Please hear me out, Mr. Edgeworth. What is it now? Well, I was wondering, whose passport is it exactly? Can I take a look? Why not? I'm rather curious myself. This is just as I thought. This travel wallet belonged to Mr. Acme Hicks, which makes this the victim's property. You stole the victim's wallet, didn't you? How dare you? You said it yourself. You claimed to be holding this wallet in your hand, and I found you. Perhaps I did misconstrue the wallet for a murder weapon, but it seems that I wasn't wrong about who the culprit is. As you claimed, the murder weapon is not the travel wallet. However, it is something you stole. After you were done with the vile deed, I find it hard to believe myself, but your motive was very simple. You were out to steal his money, weren't you? There's nothing in there except the wallet. What? What? Even though I didn't have the murder weapon on me, you still suspect me, I see. You stood up at the crime scene with the victim's wallet in your hands. How could I turn a blind eye and not suspect you of foul play? Eye twitches. There's just a aspirin in here, so. Look at that. Completely empty. Does this work? Could they just say, I took the money out already and it's in my pocket?
Objection!
Oh. Okay, it doesn't. I wonder if I might get a warning, Miss Tenero. What is it now? Miss Tenero. I was wondering if you noticed a contradiction within your own testimony. What are you talking about? Simply put, as you saw with your own eyes, the only thing inside his wallet was his passport. Ah! If I really was after his money, then why would I steal a penniless travel wallet? Ah, but that's right. You, Mr. Edgeworth, you didn't know it was empty when you stole it. You would like to think that, but it's not possible. What do you mean it's not possible? There is no way the killer didn't know that the wallet was empty to begin with. Oh, what makes you so sure? The killer knew that the wallet was empty. Oh, wait, he seems surrounded by money? Why was all this stuff on the floor? He was killed by- oh my goodness, that's embarrassing. Killed by the tiny little statue thing there.
Take that!
Recall a crime scene. I admit that the wall was probably not empty at the time of the murder. That's evident by the bills and cards strewn around inside the elevator. Oh no! I think you've come to realize the problem with your logic. I would surmise that the victim's wallet fell out during the struggle, and that's when the contents emptied onto the floor of the elevator. I doubt the killer could have missed such an occurrence. Then you're saying... Yes, according to your supposition, if I were the killer, I would have been going after a wallet I knew to be empty. And since I clearly was not attempting to gather the scattered money, it renders your argument for theft completely invalid. Hi, forgive me, please. Okay. Hey, what aren't you saying that done is wrong? Oh my gosh, the old crowd chattering noise. Don't blame it, everyone. Will you all please be quiet? Just an arrow. Yes? You lost your cool when you saw the dead body. Plus, the lounge is dark. Looking into the light from the elevator. Easy to see how you mistook the wall in my hands for the murder weapon. I take no offense that you thought I was the killer. Mr. Edgeworth. Thank you for releasing me. What's it now? Mr. Nero, if you could please translate, I'd be much obliged. Sounds like Organion, but I don't understand any of it. There's another attendant on this flight who... I said he is giving the runabout! Huh? I don't require an interpreter. I speak English just as well, see? You, the attendant. Yes, sir. I want this person to be under arrest until we arrive at the airport. Grr. I'm sorry, but what exactly are you hoping for? What did you want? I've finished talking to the likes of you. Please, I would like to hear why you would like me to be held under arrest until we land. You, how dare you try to waste my time? You were the one who stuck your nose into my affairs. I want to spend at least one more second with that precious heart. I have no time for other things. I know what your eyes see through you. It's all I guess. I'm pretty sure that's how you say it in English. Well, I should hope I'm not monetarily bankrupt, but I don't think that's what you meant. I'm sorry, but I don't think I caught your name. I am Zinc LeBlanc II. I'm a very wealthy man in Bourguignon. But I am not an ordinary rich man. I'm an art dealer, a rich seller of beauty. Okay, cool. That's cool. Mr. LeBlanc, what do you mean just now? Pardon? You said Mr. Edgeworth was giving me the runabout. I have to explain? Unbelievable. I will say it once and only once. I do not even have a second time behind him is money, as they say. Yeah, and you continue to blather on. I saw, yes I did. I saw the victim go onto the elevator, going down to the lounge. Exactly 6 o'clock! And then turbulence happened. And what's the significance of that time? 6 it says. Come on, 6? Ah! What's the matter? He understands, I see. Attendant, what time did you discover the body? Well, it was well after that patch of turbulence. I was around at 6:15. Ah! Hicks was his name, was it? Dave was killed in the 15-minute time span. Only one person allowed this prosecutor, yes? Yeah, I was in my seat the whole time. Me too. I was watching the movie and enjoying a fine glass of grape juice. Yeah, it's grape juice. I was still eating. I haven't finished. See? Oh my god, it looks so good. Oh my gosh, the giant loaf of bread. Oh, I want bread so bad, but I'm trying to be healthy. Other passengers have an alibi, so you have no problem with them, I suppose. No compliance. I see. Not a single word against this, right? I have no way of discounting what you've put forth at this point, but it wasn't me. Oh, so you say, but you do have what you say, the evidence? Mr. Edgeworth, are you really the culprit after all? Mr. LeBlanc, I suppose you are quite certain of what you saw enough to give testimony? Of course! I was looking at that man the whole time! I was playing with that annoying little small machine thing the whole time. Machine? Yeah, something cool on English, right? You're crazy with the click, 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 click. Sounds like some sort of small computer. I think Mr. LeBlanc has been talking about his cell phone. Ah. I have to say, I did see him playing with it a bit myself. A simple cell phone, a laptop organizer, I can see, but that's kind of, low budget. He has another little punching machine in his hand. Got a fragment of you, all produces ugly sounds. Anyway, I know what I saw! I hate art critics and art collectors so much because it's just a bunch of pretentious nerds. Not a single one of them has ever made a piece of art in their life. And that's how you can tell the difference between like an actual artist and then like a wannabe. Because, yeah. Ugh, whatever. Anyway, I know what I saw. Mr. Nero. Yes? I was wondering if I might be granted permission to examine the crime scene. What? You want to examine the crime scene? If it would grant me a little measure of time, I'm sure I can produce the real culprit. Time limit shows up in the top corner. Ah! I don't like the sound of that. Box in the duck pen. I think that's how you say it. Close enough. Henhouse. But I believe my innocence was proven earlier. And if I'm given the chance, I can clear up all the remaining doubts. Mr. Nero, if you wait until we arrive, there's a good chance that some evidence will have been destroyed by then. I understand. Let me see what the captain has to say. Ah, this should not be approved! Please sit down. In an emergency, all decisions are to be made by the captain alone. Now please wait while I go ask the captain what to do. I'll be right back. You're not planning to erase evidence while you're doing your investigation, yes? Of course not. Ha! We will see! Mr. Utridge, do you have the captain's permission to investigate the crime scene? What? Unbelievable! I'm in your debt, Mr. Nero. However, there's one condition. I am to supervise you. Can you agree to that? Sure. Of course, I see no problem with that stipulation. It is only natural that I am still a suspect in this case. Grrr. I take full responsibility and will watch Mr. Edgeworth every move. I hope this reassurance is enough is that there will be no foul play. And now then, Mr. Edgeworth, shall we proceed? If you need my help, then I need please for you to use next talk. Time to head to the scene of the crime, the first floor lounge. I'm gonna take seats. I don't see the machine's top. Perhaps an elevator? Maybe. I'll probably head down to the crime scene now. Oh! What? Wait. First floor. How'd it get to... What? I went the... Oh, okay. I took the stairs? Why would you... If there's stairs, why would you even think about pressing the elevator button? I mean, good thing you did, because otherwise you wouldn't have found the body. But still. I want to thank you for your help back there. It was nothing. You should thank the captain for granting you permission. Just so everything is perfectly clear. I still don't trust you. Your standing with me hasn't changed one iota. I see. I will bear that in mind. I received an order from the captain earlier. He wanted you to know that we reserve the right to stop your investigation if you feel you're not making progress. Uh-oh. And when we do, yes, would you please return your seat at that time? My time runs out and this discretion does it. I'm going to discredit Mr. LeBlanc's testimony. The time is up. I understand. By the way, is there any place you can think of where the killer might hide on board? I don't think so. After every first-class passenger was accounted for at their seat, we made a thorough search of the plane. As for business and economy class, no one can move between those two classes in first class, but that is definitely hard. And we found no record of a key card being used at all. Means that I have a first-class killer on my hands. At least I know that much for sure. And one other thing, no one else has been allowed near this crime scene since the murder was discovered either. Now then, let's get started. But where should we start from? Let's start with Mr. LeBlanc's statements. Time occurred between 6 to 6:15. During that interval, the only person in the lounge was myself. To make me the prime suspect, unless someone was already in the lounge beforehand. However, since I did not kill him, the killer's around here somewhere. If you're to believe what you say is true, then yes. The first order of business will be to gather information to win your trust. Glasses and candles were disarrayed by the turbulence. It's been a while since I've seen this big of a mess. Terribly embarrassing, but I thought it was an earthquake for a second. I frantically started searching for the gas valve to shut off. I guess the shaking of this plane was bad enough to make me sick for a few hours. Not that I would notice. Unconscious for most of it. Oh, I feel so bad for him. In-flight shop is just beyond these shutters. But we don't have permission to open them, so I'm afraid we must leave them closed. Must be quick content. This lounge was very never visible. Spilled grape juice! Yeah! On the front of the elevator. It was spilled during the turbulence. Oh, we must clean that up. There's footprints. Aha! What is it? I found some very important evidence. Why was that glowing?
Take that!
What is it? They're a little smudged, but I think we both agree that they're a set of footprints. So you think? Yes, these belong to our killer. Oh, then maybe we should check the shoe size of everyone in first class. I don't think that will be of any help to us. Unfortunately, the prints are too smudged, which will make it hard to get a definitive match. Oh, I see. Good idea, though. I'm gonna just walk in the puddle. Topple over chair. And another victim of the turbulence. Ah, no! Look at all that wine stain in the back! May not look it, but this chair is extremely valuable. It was? Yes, it was used when the Rocker Pals came to tour this plane. Rocker Pals leaders sat in this very chair. I'm sorry, but what are these Rocker Pals? I can't believe you've never heard of them! They're all the rage! An extremely popular international band. They added the Pals part because they became more popular, especially among teens. Ah, that explains it. I'm not really one for the music of today. We should ask Detective Gumshoe about the lyrics. Yeah! On second thought, I never really see how confusing the conversation would get. Oh, I'm gonna examine that later. I guess the piano is safe. You can play music of whatever CD we insert into its CD drive? That's not a piano, it's more like an overgrown music box. Yeah! Ah, but its keys depressed along with the music. As though someone there is really playing it. Some people have entirely too much money with some overly complex toys. I agree. That's such a waste. Wonder who is this? Wrong section, the founder of Go You Airlines, Mr. Ugo Hughes. One on the left is when he was in 40s, and the one who was in 8. What? Man ages all over those 4 decades? Maybe we need to squint more. These windows offer a glimpse of the sky, but these clouds tell me nothing. Griffith, you look like you're talking to the clouds. That's so. And tell me, what do you suppose I said to them? I don't know, but it looks like a rather one-sided conversation. Clouds. They tell me it's nothing. A few copies of Sky magazine in the magazine rack. This month's special is an English trivia quiz. That's not a bad idea. I've heard that the youth of today don't know a particle from a participle. Oof, that's rough. Now, please don't go around confusing people with made-up words. Ouch. Ouch! I've never heard of such a silly word as participle. Case in point. Oof. These bottles of glass have been broken by the turbulence. Quite a bit of broken glass here. Please be careful when passing through an area. Thank you very much for the warning, Mr. Edward. However, no matter how kind you are towards me, know that it does not clear up any suspicions I have about you. I wasn't warning you for the sake of clearing my name. This door leads to the flight attendant's room. But please understand that it is off limits to unauthorized personnel. Give us an word. I think the perfume would smell great, however, it instantly smells. Not that I have any interest in what lies beyond this door. Perhaps we should return to the investigation? Mr. Edgeworth? Alright, we spaced out for a second there. What floors is elevator service? Only the first and second, although it can also go down to the cargo hold. How that kind of fight would be hard. First and second floor, huh? Dead by an elevator this flight. So, Mr. Hicks, he's really dead? Yes. He's trembling, although I can't fault her for that when there's a corpse right here. Mr. Hicks, if you're really dead, then please answer yes. I see she's over trembling now, although a new symptom seems to have appeared. Anyway, she focus on the victim's body. Let's see. Blood on the back of his head. Must be the cause of death. Appears to have been struck very hard. These glasses are broken. Ooh. Okay, well, there's this thing. What is this sinister-looking figure on the floor here? Oh, that's a piggy bank of our company mascot, Captain Ugo. It's just one of many pieces of merchandise we sell at our in-flight shop. This bank is a limited edition. It's so popular we're down to our last one. You have an in-flight shop? Yes. Just beyond the lounge to the right. The shutter to the store is closed at the moment. But it was open the whole flight up until his body was discovered. So someone could have gone back there? Money. Turned all over the floor in the elevator. I would guess it was all Mr. Hicks' wallet at some point. Shoes? What grapefruit represents the sole of his shoes? Being highly unlucky that Mr. Hicks entered the elevator after the turbulence. Oh! I wonder what's hanging off his lanyard. It's missing from this picture. Now if I could just put my finger on it. Ooh! There's something sticking out of his pockets. Hope he won't mind if I take a look inside. There's a picture. Looks like it was... Oh, we got the phone on him. It's inside a building somewhere. Deduce. Please, no. I'm alright. Yep. Hold on. Let me connect some stuff real quick. Here we go. Let's put this together real quick. Slam dunk. I was hit by a man who was beaten to death. Oh, Mr. Edgeworth, I think you figured something out. Yes. What is it? The way the blood is on this, it looks like it matches up with the wound in his head. Well, aren't we deserving of the master of the obvious title? Well, what do you think? Don't you think it's worth investigated? It would appear that this figurine is our murder weapon. Oh, I just knew it! I mean, I can't think of any other connection. Perhaps master of the obvious would... Oblivious would be more befitting. Okay. That's all I got for now. Okay, That's good, yeah. You know, I've seen it occur a lot recently. It's been bothering me greatly. Why do some brains think it's acceptable to be smashed two words together and call it a day? I don't know. It's whack. Some blood on one of the corners. That'd be the murder weapon? Probably. Anything inside? So this is where you insert your coins. That's safe for piggy pig. It's made rather well. So well, in fact, I'm not sure there's a way to take your money out. Yeah, I was gonna say. Where? Yeah, see if there's no way of doing. Okay, well, someone wasn't, yeah, I'm gonna save again. I don't think I have that thing yet. I don't know. We're about the investigating the lounge. As long as you have the captain's permission, I stop you from pass the message along and tell him I'm grateful for the spirit of cooperation. I will. However, please realize that you are still under suspicion. To be honest, I still have my doubts about you. Of course, and I take no offense. You really understand what I'm saying? Yes, barely. You pinky swear you do on your honor as a professional prosecutor? I pinky swear? Well, I guess it settles that. I feel my honor demands Notice anything? Did you notice anything? I was wondering whose footprints are next to the elevator. I'd say the killers, wouldn't you? Even if they are, I'm sure they're a vital clue to solving this case. Oh, maybe the other clues, maybe before I know. Come on, man, but Georgia, let's go find them together. A word of advice, nobody likes to credit thieves, so stop stealing my lines. Don't need to notice anything. Can't help but notice a sad atmosphere in here. Yes, it's a rather tragic crime. I'll say, robbing a poor man after bludgeoning him to death. Talk about rubbing in the salt. We even mentioned this earlier, but no money was stolen from him. Oh, yes, you did. Sorry for the accusation, but I still insist that there's something off or missing from when he was at his seat. Oh, something missing. Yes. Well, capture the culprit with my own hands. Promise I was there, so logic and deduction. Okay. Guilty and proven innocent, just like America! Okay, you tell me nothing. 62? Okay, let's go back upstairs. I can't! Ugh. Is this gonna work? Let's find out. Bonk. Nope. Let's see how this one works. Do these ones go together? Let's find out! No. Oh my, I clicked on that earlier. His machine isn't already found. His machine? Ahem, his cell phone. Ah, so I guess because it's not there. Yes, I think we can safely deduce that the killer took it. I had to be like right over it. That is ridiculous. Okay, I remember. Oh, cool, I can look at this again. The request of this is the whatever on for. It comes from the authority of the strict prosecution of law. Executors and the Department of you have no interest in it and keep it in my pocket. Engraved with a number of its own. Numbers. What are your thoughts on this? Nothing. Did I leave yet or no? I'm missing something. I have no idea. Nope, no deducing. No, what about this? Where? I feel like I'm missing a thing. Wait, what was that? See that bronze statue knows not when good drink is in spilled with sweet. Such a founder. Big fan of grape juice. I'm sure he would thrilled if he knew how much wine was here at his feet. Uh-huh. His life was engraved and obscured by the unpleasant smell of the crime scene. The scent in the air. The same smell as the smell of my towels after they come out of my home dry. I would have never expected something like that or looking at you. But everyone has something unpleasant about them. What else is it? Ugh. Ice bucket? Ugh. Where is the other clue? Cards, money, hands, suit pocket. I have no idea where to look. Maybe I just connect some other random things. Those can how? Then anyone else in the lounge or myself right before the turbulence. The killer was in the elevator along with the victim, though that's a different story. Maybe have glasses? And bonk. And hey, look at that. I have it. I don't understand. I can prove that someone other than myself was here around the time of the murder. What? Really? Yes. Rather simple, actually. Proof is in the pudding, or rather the grape juice in this case. These footsteps here confess to me this very fact, that someone exited the elevator alive. Seeing as how the victim is dead, that would mean a second person. But couldn't the footprints be of Mr. Higgs himself? Ah, but if you take a look at our victim's shoes, you can see the soles are spotless. Mr. Higgs wasn't alone in the elevator. In fact, it's quite the opposite. There was actually one other person inside the elevator. Footprints and something being dragged. Oh, finally! Heal me up, please. What's going on over there? You're doing what I'm saying in every fight! But the movie... What? It's not talking to me anymore. Hold on. There's not supposed to be another movie until this evening. Bro, there's one movie a day. There's no late movie. It's 6 p.m. Where's it AM first? Or does it go from 10 p.m. to... So is the 10 over there all the way on the left, is that AM or PM? I'm assuming AM. But going to noon right after, but you're 12 hours off, dude. What's the matter, Mr. LeBlanc? There's no emergency. Please return to your seat. Oh, talk about you not to sit down. Well, Mr. Barker, did you prove you're innocent yet? If you would like, I will prove my innocence to you right now. What nonsense! Are you saying why I did this not mistaken? Not mistaken, merely that there is room for doubt. I'd be most honored if you could please tell me what you saw in detail once more. Fine, choose yourself. I'm sure it's always an under that elevator. It was in the news pop back around what 6 and 12. 15 minutes later after the lounge dress. The only person in the lounge at that time must be the person Conclusion seem to make logical sense. After all, the only person in the lounge at the supposed time the murder was made. No, by this time, if you think you destroy it, let me see. Why is he so irritated? I'm the one accused of murder here. Anyway, I must find a way to discredit Mr. LeBlanc's account somehow. And fast!
Hold it!
Mr. LeBlanc, were you able to get a good look at the inside of the elevator at that time? Of course, I saw what was inside. And you're sure that the victim was in the elevator alone? Yes, the only person inside was that Hicks man. This last house is getting too important to let go.
Hold it!
Is he really alone? Of course, everybody even one son. Doesn't want to play it, I'll be happily take your 1 cent. The nearest pocket watch at just 12.
Hold it!
And the pocket watch in this case is the one who kept track of that, correct? Of course, you know it's very expensive to take. I'll have you know. I just wonder what I wound it up by hand. Those look very well designed and quite classy. I will have to charge you if you want to touch it. That's quite alright. Let's continue with your testimony. I'm more sheep in your yard. Return the time you wasted back to me. You must have left at 6 o'clock. Okay. 15 minutes after that, in loud, yes?
Hold it!
It's true. I found the body at 6:15. And that's when I found the two of them as well. You see, them all matched with my testimony. You're the only person that must be the criminal.
Hold it!
That is the most mistaken way I think I've ever heard of. Hold it! No, you silly Buddhist was mistaken! Please calm down, the both of you. In a sense, you are both mistaken. No, that isn't the pot calling me out. I don't know what is. I spy a little hole in his words. As you wish, Mr. I show you proof of my innocence. I'ma save. This?
Objection!
Oh, music disappeared. Mr. LeBlanc. What is it? There is a very glaring contradiction in your testimony. What do you mean? Please take a look at this area right down here. Here, at the spilled grape juice. Yes, and will you also admit you spilled the blood? No, it spilled itself during the turbulence. But the interesting thing here is a set of grape juice footprints. Footprints? Yes, the ones that lead from within the elevator out into the lounge itself. Evidence that proves that someone other than Mr. Hicks exited the elevator alive. Ooh! There must have been another person in the elevator with him. Now then, I'm done playing games. Why don't you tell us the truth? Can you please translate for us? No way, that's totally impossible. I guess is what he said. No way, that's totally impossible. I know there's no other person there. I saw it with my own eyes. If you want to know the thing, Mr. Edwards, I don't think Mr. LeBlanc is lying to us. Which is right. Doesn't seem to be lying. But then what does it mean? What about this contradiction? Mr. LeBlanc, please just once more, will you recall the details of what you witnessed for me? Part 2. I was very upset when I was about my seat. Oh, it's shaking the time. Oh, yeah. I happened to follow that man with my eyes when he passed me. I saw clearly in the elevator he was entering. Well, there's no one else inside. No one! Interesting. If you would please calm down. What? Dare you two have an issue with my eyewitness testimony? Ah! No. Please forget I said anything. Yet again, he doesn't appear to be lying. But I can't let this testimony stand as the truth. I was very upset when I impressed by my seat. Why?
Hold it!
Did he bonk your art? Are you still upset now? I'm always upset! And the only time I'm not upset when I have a piece of art in my hands. Surprisingly easy to believe that. But I was more upset when Mr. Hicks walked by me. But why? Why are you always checking the time? You okay, dude? You're so attentive to the time. Because something unforgivable was happening. Come to think of it, you were yelling about something unforgivable earlier, right? About the movie starting time. Return me back my time and money. You understand the point. The movie? Talk about the in-flight one that's mentioned in the magazine. Summary of the plot and start time. Interesting. Runtime 120 minutes. License to love, laugh, maim, and something. So license to love, laugh, maim, and murder. Okay. Yeah, I've seen the movie in the country. You can only see it on international budget. Look forward crazy to that movie. Take a project for apostles. I would not miss it. I said my was just at this time, but I came on board. Your watch is not wrong. Match the schedule. The movie's still late. Very, very, very late. Might be 12 hours off. Pocket watch. I'd like to ask you a little more about it, if that's alright. Wait, want to see when that starts, or check my pocket watch many times.
Hold it!
I think you're a bit off. Want to listen to Sky Magazine? Yes! Looking forward to watching it. Yep. Today, was this movie shown on this flight? Yes, it was shown at the scheduled time. Isn't it possible you simply slept through it by accident? Nonsense! You doubt me! No, just stop pointing at me like that. It's weird. God, how do you miss movie? It's clearly hoping to see. Well, they don't have PM or AM on the thing. I said when to board the plane.
Hold it!
You sure about what you just testified? Yes, of course. I'm very busy. And please go. No time to wait. Just my pocket watch. Follow me all you want, but you will not get 1 cent out of me. That's all right. That's all I require. This piece of testimony. Why? You only happened to see him. Is it possible that you missed something in that glance? Even if it only happened, I did not miss a thing. And how can be so sure? Just because. I'd appreciate if you didn't take my life so lightly with simple just because. Well, then I was only making a joke. I saw mistakes, alright? I saw clear into the elevator then.
Hold it!
Is it possible that someone was hiding inside? What? You dare insult me? I have belief in my eyesight! Look, our decide to have a great sight for their. I doubt that. The phrase you're looking for was makes sense, but that's debatable. But it isn't possible that someone was outside your line of sight. You represent that how you look clearly. Why?
Hold it!
For instance, you're absolutely not mistaken. You say I'm not wrong, I'm not wrong! So Buck, if I may, I think beyond misconception, mistakes lies in truth. Suspiciously mirrors something I told her only a little while ago. Still think Mr. Buck is lying. I don't think he's lying either. But I think you might be mistaken about something. Mistaken? Yes, I'm going to correct his mistake. Mistaken version of the shall witness the power of professional prosecutor. I think it's this one.
Objection!
Ugh. Ugh. It's gotta be the one after that. I think I'm dehydrated from just talking so much. Okay. I don't know about that.
Objection!
No, that's wrong. He says just now in your testimony. If watch been set to our destination's time zone, it would mean that your watch is displaying the time of our destination. Yes, and the correct answer is 6 cents. I'd like you to take a look at this. Look at this itinerary! If you believe the Sky Magazine clocks on this flight's runtime according to the time of our departure time zone. This movie schedule also created that in mind. This itinerary for confirmation check. What time zone is this flight aligned to right now? A short stop at a transfer point. That's right. I was in that small country that was the Republic of Geneva. We didn't readjust our onboard clocks at that time. So right now we are still on Bohemian time. What? Time difference between Bohemia and our destination is 9 hours. In that case, it's only after we watch we out of sync with the schedule. What? I missed my movie! Further, with your analog watch set to our destination's time, it would appear to be running 3 hours faster compared to the flight's onboard clocks. Also changes everything about your testimony. About 1,000,000 cents on that. The information you saw at 3 a.m. Ah! Why is there wind? Why 1,000,000 cents? Clear up all the remaining accusations. The basically widens the time frame for the time of death, right? Yes, because we still have longest victim at 3 a.m. means the time of death could be anywhere from 3 to 6:15. Question is now where Mr. Hicks was during that span of time. What was he doing? And you are? Oh, I'm Cammy Mew. I'm a type of tea. I'm a flight attendant. What does he wish to say? Well, I think your story's a little different from how I remember it. What do you mean, Cammy? I saw Mr. Hicks sitting in his seat at 5 a.m., you know. What? How can you be so sure of the time? Oh, that's right. He pushed his call button while we were parked at the transfer point. Ah, the stop we made for refueling and cargo transfer in Zhangfa, right? Yes, it was from 4:05 a.m. according to our clocks. And during that time, did any of the passengers leave or did any new ones board this flight? No. Not a single person got off or on. What about the flight crew? A few who were handling the cargo transfer might have temporarily gotten on or off, but eventually everyone, including Cammy and myself, came back on the plane. Basically, I said that no one left or got on since our initial takeoff. Interesting. I should keep that in mind. Yeah, and I answered his call. I can tell you Mr. Acme Hicks was there in his seat and we took off again at 5 a.m. Alright, then that puts the time of murder between 5 and 6:15 a.m. Okay, now what time did you come out of the lounge, Mr. Edgeworth? I remember coming down here almost as soon as we left the Republic of Zhangfa. Ah! You were here the whole time from 5, yes! And you are the only one who could be the killer! Mr. Edgeworth, were you really here in this lounge the entire time? Unfortunately, yes. How do we explain the footprints? Is that not obvious? The very reason in this long way to kill him and then he put a corpse in the elevator! That's the turbulence happened! But the depth of the dead, then changes down to everything happened in this lounge. How do we really believe? But why, do you have another idea? I simply feel that there's something out of place in the scenario presented. There's no primary location other than the lounge. This?
Take that!
These footprints. In which direction do you think these are headed? That'd be the in-flight shop. Correct. They're headed in that direction. They took disconnected. They end all of a sudden. You're right. I'll point that out. They do not form one continuous trail to the shop. However, there's another piece of evidence that connects the shop to our crime scene. Oh, the murder weapon. That's right. It's gonna be pushed in the gift shop.
Take that!
This little piggy bank sold at the in-flight shop. Sold there and only there, and not displayed here in this lounge. How then did it find its way here? Don't you find that a tiny bit suspicious? Such a trivial point. It only means you prepared to take it from the shop first before coming here. It doesn't prove you're innocent at all. Alright, if I may. What is it? You see, well, it's just the Miss Edgar says. Oh, and why do you know this so well? Well, it's just that a piggy bank was there in the shop. I saw it with my own eyes. And when was this? It was maybe around 5:40 a.m.? Ooh, we're really closing in on that time of death, huh? Isn't that just before we hit that patch of turbulence? That's right. You were at the shop just before the turbulence? Yes, I was. Come to think of it. Just near when I found the body. I believe you came out of that door. Yes, I did. What is beyond that door? That's the flight attendant's room. Then, you were on the first floor? Yes. I had to do something at the shop in the flight attendant's room. I went to the shop first, and then to the flight attendant's room. You're saying you passed by me at some point? Yes. You seemed really into the issue of Sky magazine you were reading at the time. Suppose you noticed me walk by. You know, vaguely recall someone walking by, but I didn't take notice of who it was. So the killer could have walked by you. Anyway, the piggy bank was definitely here at the shop when I went there. Why'd you go into the shop in the first place? I went there for work-related matter. Work, you say? Yes, the upkeep of the shop is also one of my responsibilities. Why did you not say anything about this till now? I want to know.
In any case, I believe it's clear that the shop needs to be investigated as well. So head over there then. Oh no! What is it now? Aren't you forgetting something, Miss Rhoda? Don't you need the captain's permission to check the shop? No, I haven't forgotten. But I've already asked him for permission to search the entire plane. So I think we're alright. Huh? That's weird. What is? Well, I just talked to the captain, see? And he said that he didn't give you permission to do that, anything like that. At all. Eh? What's the meaning of this? I mean, she's lying. Go on and admit that you are. You said you have permission to search all over, but you don't. And yet, here you are. You, flight attendant, what are you trying to do? Pull the jeep over us? Captain's calling for you, Ms. Rhoda. Oh, but don't worry. I already got permission to search the shop from the captain. See, unlike you, I do things the right way. Mr. Nero, why would you do such a thing? Please excuse me. Looks like I get to be in charge now. Please go back to your seat, Mr. LeBlanc. Now then, Mr. Edgeworth, if you wish to follow me, I will be your guide from now on. Something about Miss Tenere that has piqued my curiosity, but right now investigating the in-flight shop is my top priority. And now I save my game. And I shall resume this again. What day of the week is it? Monday! I forgot, Sunday's my new day off. My schedule immediately changed like the second that I made my schedule. So my days off are now Wednesday and Sunday, and every other day I will be at my job and streaming. But yeah. Next stream gonna be on Monday.